Testing, testing. Okay, you should be able to hear me now. I'm curious if my audio will work. Let's just do this for the moment. Boop. Ah, headphones were off. Nope, but you cannot hear the audio. So let's do that. Now can you hear the audio? Yes! Okay. Well, good thing we checked that now. Good thing we checked that when we did. Hello there! Hi! Hello! Should be working now. Hi! So, welcome back. It's good to see you all. As you may notice, I have a new camera. Because our old camera exploded. I fought Alexander on Final Fantasy XIV, and although I killed him, clearly he was so powerful that he literally just obliterated my camera and just sent it hurtling into the void, screaming. So so here we are. Because of that, I still I also was going to fix my blue screen, but the problem is Sadie just broke it. Sadie just flat out broke it. If I show you this, you may notice it's supposed to go along a railing up there. Well, Sadie sat on it because she wanted to use the blue screen as a as like a blanket to wrap herself in, and it just yoinked the track straight off the wall. So fuck me, I guess. She was like, nope, this doesn't go here. This goes elsewhere. So I'm gonna rip it. I'm just gonna completely rip it down. Because I'm tired of it. I hate the blue screen, to be honest. It's been super annoying for a really long time. So I'm gonna take it apart. I'm gonna take it down. And I'm gonna get a new green screen that can just like raise and lower. And I will set that up. Oh, I see Mortimer in chat. Hello, Mortimer. How are you? If y'all don't know Mortimer, you should follow him on them, I should say, on YouTube and Blue Sky, because their art is fantastic and their memes are of premium quality. Mortimer does good shit. But anyway, so hopefully you're all having a really good time. There is some crazy rumors about tonight. There are some wild rumors about what's going to happen tonight.
San94 donated $20 through Super Chat.
Well, thank you.
First live stream I've managed to catch in a while and will probably be the last for a couple weeks. Thanks for being here while I paint my grave lords.
Oh, that's very kind of you to say. Thank you so much, Czar. I appreciate it. I appreciate it very, very much. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
The red host. Cursed Sotek spawn.
Also want to get the Warhammer channel up. But tonight's gonna be pretty fun.
When are you sending child support?
Never. Turn fans over. Thank you so much. Cole Patterson, thank you for joining the Red Host. I really appreciate it. So, supposedly, oh, do y'all like the new alert, by the way? Wait, am I pointing the right way? Is it? No, it's this way. The new alert, we have the alert now when someone becomes a member on YouTube or a Twitch sub where I murder people with my axe.
Watching possible
that time
reveals I'll want to buy while painting Dowie. I'm conflicted.
Okay, so here's the thank you for the bits, by the way, Soldier. So there are pretty consistent rumors that today Games Workshop is going to reveal Grand Cathay. It's not confirmed, but there have definitely been some rumblings. We know Cathay is coming, but Adepticon is a pretty big deal. It's one of the bigger shows they do in the year, and there have been some going around that this may be it. That we might see the starter set for Grand Cathay revealed, which would not surprise me, because obviously we know the only two factions we have left are Greenskins. I'm listening to Greenskin music. Wood Elves and Beastmen. Now, I will say the thing that I'm really, really hoping for as far as the Beastmen reveals go is that I've also heard some pretty consistent rumors that the Beastmen are going to have the Famir in part of their range. And if that's true, that they're also going to be adding to the Famir range, because there was supposed to be a bigger Famir range, which that one I'm 99% is true, is that there was supposed to be a bigger Famir range coming from Forge World in books after Tamarcon, but they, the end times happened. And that supposedly Games Workshop is going to be releasing the extended Famir range as part of the new Beastman Arcane Journal. If that's true, I'm going to warn you all now, I will scream. I will scream. I will lose my fucking mind if that even has an ounce of truth behind it. If it's anything else, we'll go there. But I should probably go ahead and let everybody know that I'm live now that I think about it. But once again, I apologize for kind of the weird background shit. It's we are in transition period at the moment. Did I not announce it on Discord? Oh, I'm bad at my job. Also, hopefully the new camera looks okay. I don't know I don't know how good or bad it looks. It is my hope that it looks decent. I feel like the lighting is better than the old camera was. I felt like the old camera was worse. Because I always felt like it was way too bright. So, I was like a glowing beacon, and I had to, turn the lighting down to make myself look human. But that also resulted in, other things were difficult to see. And, if Sadie showed up on stream, she was, invisible. She was like a pocket dimension void. So, yeah, hopefully, it looks a lot better now. Okay, so I'm going to go here, add everyone. God damn, I hate when it, shortens the links. Replace that. Yeah, when it comes to the Age of Sigmar link or stuff supposedly today, that one's gonna be pretty interesting, because if I understood the teaser correctly, which I'm pretty sure I did, it seemed like the thing they were teasing for Age of Sigmar was Chaos Dwarfs, which is gonna be bonkers. Why no background? Yeah, I mean, I can hold on. I can try and do it, but it's gonna be really weird, because since the track's broken, it doesn't really hold in place like it's supposed to. Because the track's just super fucked up now. I'm just gonna have to completely take it apart. Because it's bad, y'all. I could try. Hold on. I'm gonna see if I can maybe pin it down. Come on, get up here. Yeah, Sadie just decided that this thing had to go. And she did an excellent job of destroying it, to be honest. So I'm going to see if maybe I pin down parts of it. If that will make it a little bit... Well, I don't want to use this thing. Maybe I could use... So much shit on these desks. Maybe I can use this. So that might make it kind of work, sorta. Now, I also need to, like, angle my camera, like... I want to be center, but that's not the way my room's really set up. Could I slide it any further?
Models were just Kitbash 90s models of other factions.
That would be kind of funny. Okay, I don't think I'm going to be able to stretch it any further than that. And then if we go here, we could add... I think it's this one. Oh, jeez. Okay, that's a little... Wow, it does not like this. Let's do it like that. And then that. Nope. Maybe there. This is so cursed. Oh, wait, okay, hold on. Go back to default. And then blue. And then... If we do it kind of like that? Could be worse. And then... It's not great, but it'll suffice, I suppose. It'll... I am partially invisible. It's so... Oh my god, it's so bad. Well, can I... It's so bad, dude. No, we need that higher. I don't want to mess with the contrast. Nope. I think for the sake of tonight, it'll suffice. It's not great, but we'll live. That's as good as I'm going to be able to get it. I literally do not think I can get it any better than that. Well, actually, the only thing I could probably do is I could probably maybe zoom a little bit. What does that look like? That didn't seem to change anything. That changed literally nothing. If I cheat and do like this. Okay. That'll... No, maybe a smidge higher. Okay. Like, I have to get used to this camera. This camera's brand new. Alright. So, let me know. That'll suffice. Anyway, why don't we do, like, kind of like a brief little, like, Q&A and stuff and, like, things people are hoping for. Hammer, that was sexy, bring it back. No, it was terrible. I was negative for him. Did the Koresh guys give you a timeline when they would be back for more lore tidbits? No, Cornshima, good to see you. Thank you so much for the super chat. Tanner Jordan, not really. I mean, I literally heard from one of them just a second ago. Because he was asking if I was going to watch the show tonight. But, I will have them back on relatively soon in the grand scheme of things. But, I don't have anything yet for that. I'll let y'all know. Biofoot, I would say probably 1 or 2 months. Like I think they kind of want to get something out, so I think they want to get out the the current mod they're working on for Total War Warhammer 3, and once that mod is out, then they'll be ready to talk about more stuff, because they have a ton more stuff to show off. But I think they want to wait until they've gotten something else out. Buffett, okay, the spooky Sotek thing was a vibe. We need that during Halloween. I think it was literally just the blue filter was turned so high that everything except my fat cheeks was considered blue. Also, I hope you're having a great day. I'm doing quite well. Fishman, yes, no tonight. Definitely a no, sadly. Well, unless you count Famir's Fishmen. I mean, they have scales and they live in like a watery focused environment. Like, you could argue that. Do I think Games Workshop will ever unlegacy the Lizardmen? I think Games Workshop will. I genuinely believe they will eventually unlegacy all of the legacy factions. I think we will eventually reach a point where they will want the legacy factions to be part of the main game. And when that happens, it'll be super cool. I don't think it's going to happen anytime super soon. I think it's going to happen as the story progresses. So I think as the storyline moves forward and we get more and more factions introduced into the game, I think we will see some of those factions return, as they become relevant again. So, like, I think that, the Dark Elves will definitely come back, once we get to the invasion of Ulthuan later on in the timeline. And I think the vampire counts will come back once the fighting in the Empire is like starting to kick up and things start going a little wild over in Sylvania, as Sylvania starts to put like pressure on Stirland and reclaim Waldenhof, which used to be the capital, or it's supposed to be the capital of Sylvania. I think the Skaven, as like the Graciers summon all the different clans together and are like, hey, everyone has to come back to Skavenblight. We might get to see the Skaven return, as all of the clans are moving through the old world to get to Skavenblight, and they start preparing for the ritual to summon the Great Horned Rat. So there's stuff they could do that I think would help immensely. Do I think they'll add a Chaos Lord Dragon? I mean, you can run one. I don't know if they're gonna make a mini for it. I mean, technically, you can run just a... Technically, you could just run Galrach and put a guy on his back. It requires you to kit bash, but a lot of old world involves kit bashing. Is the Firemouth considered the son of the Maw? It's a child of the Maw. I wouldn't say son. I don't think the ogres think so far as to gender it. I think to them it is very much an it. But the ogres believe that the Fire Maw is the... They believe that the Firemouth, not the Fire Maw. They believe that the Firemouth is the unholy spawn of the sun and the Great Maw, which implies that the ogres think the sun is an object of worship, which would make sense, especially for like ancestral ogre stuff. So, but they believe that the Great Maw and the sun had a child, and that son is the Firemouth. Being that it's like the biggest, scariest fuck you volcano in the east. Let's see. Yeah, you have a good one. Chaos Dwarfs are just AstroTurf front psyop made by the Fishmen. Ah, yeah, it's Fishmen all the way down. It's Fishmen all the way down. We all knew that. Any chance for a map update on the website soon? I don't think super soon. Well, actually, no. Whenever the next faction comes out, they might do an update. It took them a while to do the most recent one. because I mean they really took their time with the most recent one. The most recent one was like it added in a ton of stuff all at once. For a little while they were doing a good job of doing it like based on when the factions released. So they had like oh, the high elves are out, so let's put a high elf one out. Oh, the Tomb Kings are out, let's put the Tomb King one out. Oh, there's dwarfs are out, you know. So hopefully they will update it when either Wood Elves or Beastmen come out. But we'll have to see. Is there a bigger volcano than the Firemouth? I don't know for sure. Because there is never been a there's never been a focused comparison of the various volcanoes in the Warhammer world. We know what like the biggest volcanoes are in their respective regions. So in the World's Edge Mountains, the biggest volcano is Thunder Mountain. Thunder Mountain is titanic and is also, if memory serves, where the Anvils of Doom were forged. It also erupted once, which led to the Troll Wars, which was a slightly not as bad, but still really bad war that happened either right at the tail end or right after the end of the Goblin Wars. So you had the Goblin Wars, and then kind of like right at the end, you had the Troll Wars, because Thunder Mountain erupted and it caused a bunch of trolls that lived in that area to migrate outwards to escape from all of the ash and smoke and lava and all that stuff. So yeah. Yeah, you could definitely argue that Val's Anvil is a pretty big volcano. I would say it is quite likely that Val's Anvil on Ulthuan is one of the mightiest volcanoes in the world. You also have, I can't remember if it's the Fuming Serpent or the Spitting Serpent, but you have a volcano in Lustria that Sotek the God is said to have been born out of. Because Sotek was said to have emerged from a volcano in the final battle between the Lizard and the Skaven when the Skaven were escaping across the ocean. And he apparently popped out of a big old volcano. So I want to say it was the Fuming Serpent. Tanner Jordan, would you find pockets of ogres near the world's biggest volcanoes? Likely, yes. You would find fire bellies, because that's what fire bellies are. Fire bellies are worshippers of the Firemouth, and they believe that volcanoes are spawn of the Maw. So it is very, very likely that fire bellies would believe that other major volcanoes in the world are also either descendants of the Firemouth or descendants of the Maw and the Sun. I would guess they would think that the Firemouth spawns its own children, and that's where the other volcanoes are in the world as well. If Ulthuan is a floating island continent, how does a volcano work? Apparently, it's deep enough that it has tectonic and volcanic activity. I don't know, magic? The old ones installed a magma base, a magma flow beneath Ulthuan to make sure it functions. Is the mom married to the son? I don't think the ogres have marriage as a concept. So I don't think they would consider that to be the case. I think ogres very much operate by a system of you find a worthy mate and it works itself out. Knowing how ogre culture exists. Yeah, so the show, or at least the pre-show, will start pretty soon, but the show is supposed to start at 9. Games Workshop sometimes has a bit of a delay. Well, not they like to sort of just sit in their lobby for a bit, but it should come up relatively fast. Yeah, I completely missed that Adepticon was today. I thought Adepticon was tomorrow. I should have had this stream scheduled a while back. But in my defense, Games Workshop didn't announce it until relatively recently. Do we know what the ogres worship before the Great Maw? Not we don't know a lot. I would say we almost. Oh, you know what? Sorry, guys. I've just been yapping this entire time, and I could have had y'all. I could have had y'all on screen. I'm gonna put y'all over here. I could have had y'all with me this entire time. I'm so sorry, guys. There you go. It was. We have no idea. I would say it is very, very likely that the ogres had gods. They probably worshipped more elemental forces. So I would say it's likely that they worshipped the sun, that they worshipped, the wind or storms and all things like that. Obviously, the Great Maw became the all-consuming focus, the all-consuming deity to them, especially when it obliterated and wiped out a absolutely staggering amount of their race, because they perceive that as, oh, this is the ultimate devourer. Yeah, or it could be the wind god of the steppe. Ha 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 ha, if you watch Lorebeards. Old One worship? It's unlikely. The old ones... The old ones seemed to deeply value a hands-off approach to the non-lizardmen races. And even to the lizardmen, you could argue that the Ogre King, or that the old ones were pretty hands-off, because supposedly the only ones they interacted with were the first generation Slaawn. Have I checked out the preview? I'm waiting for it to go live. I'm waiting for it to go live. The show goes live in a few minutes. Oh, they put it up early. Oh my god. Oh, is that? Bro, is that Grand Cathay? Hold on. Look. Oh wait, hold on. I gotta. Forgot I have to Bros! Is that fucking... Is that Terracotta Sentinel? Is that Terracotta Sentinel? Oh, hold on. Terracotta Sentinel. It is! It is! It's a fucking Terracotta Sentinel! It's a fucking Terracotta Sentinel! It is! Look! It's got the same... It's got the same fucking face markings. It's the exact same. Oh! Oh! It's happening! It's fucking happening! It's happening! Oh, bro, hold on. I gotta... oh my god, it's happening! And they're doing Beastman today as well. Why is my face gone? Oh, because I was on the wrong tab, because I'm an idiot. There we go. Oh! I'm gonna put an alert out. Holy shit. Inform the masses! Inform the masses! Bro! Bro, they're doing it! They're doing it! I can't fucking believe it! They're doing it! Oh, the show started. Tell everyone to get to the stream! Today's the day! Okay, I'm gonna turn off the music. I'm gonna move this over here. I'm gonna close that. I'm gonna open this. I'm gonna go to Twitter and I'm gonna retweet myself again. Why is it that if I do like horny posts on Twitter as like a joke or whatever, well, is it a joke? But everyone's like, yeah, oh yeah, we'll share the fuck out of that. But if I try and do like Warhammer stuff, everyone's like, snooze. It's happening. Today is the day. I'm gonna lose my shit. I saw enough. It's happening. Get your asses into the stream. I can't. Oh my god, Cathay! It's fucking Cathay Day! It's fucking Cathay Day! Oh my god, dude. Dude, we're getting a Terracotta Sentinel Mini. We're gonna get a fucking Terracotta Sentinel Mini, and it looks exactly like the Total War Warhammer one. Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh man, I just made myself lightheaded. Oh, I'm so fucking excited. Oh, I'm so fucking excited. Okay, just a heads up real quick for anyone watching that when we watch these streams, we have to do this kind of like annoying thing where I have to, I have to mute the stream whenever someone's not talking because Games Workshop is super annoying and they will only use copyright music during the music portions because they're assholes. The picture's even bigger on the Discord. Check the ping. Oh my god, look at the Chad! Open. Look at that Chad! Oh, he looks so good. How big is he gonna be, dude? See if I really want to watch with you? Oh, I assume that she's doing her own thing. I'll ping her, though. I imagine I'll leave her to it. I think she wants to do her own thing. I don't think it's gonna be a special character. I think it's gonna be a generic one. Giant sized at least. God, I hope so. I also saw I'm 99% sure. No, I'm 100% sure. I also saw the Sigmar mini. I saw the Sigmar is part of the preview image, so we're getting Beastman today. Saint Box, you behave, sir. Or ma'am. Either one. Yeah, I know she's watching, but just because another streamer is watching doesn't mean that they want to watch it with you. All right, there we go. So, oh dude, I'm gonna lose my mind. No, I'm gonna let her do her own thing. Because if I were in her shoes, I wouldn't want to listen to me yell. Does he have eyes? No, it looks like he's hollow, which he should be. He should be hollow.
Joins the red host. Cursed Sotek spawn.
Yo, I heard it was time to get up in this stream.
Yes, it is, because fucking Grand Cathay is coming, dude. Grand Cathay is coming. I think I missed you in the Cathay hype. Oh no! John Luckle, thank you for the 41 months. Skaven Dan, thanks for the follow. Skaven Dan, I haven't seen your name in what feels like 1,000 years. Cole Patterson, I saw you became a member, my dude. Is that what you're talking about? I really appreciate it, man. I commented on it. I don't know if maybe you didn't catch it. I don't see anything else. But I'm focused on you. It looks like something's under the mask to you. Not to me. To me, it looks like it's just the inside of the helmet. Like, it just looks like they painted like, there's like, it looks like there might be a little gem or something here, but I don't think it's an eye. Thursday stream with Andy, talk about Cathay if true. Well, Andy, there were some technical issues on Andy's end, which is why we didn't have Lore Beers today. He's having some technical problems. They are expected to be fixed soon, but we don't know when soon is. It might be tomorrow. It might be Sunday. So once Andy can, absolutely we'll do a stream on it. What news do I think will be shown during the Grand Cathay show? So, I'm pretty sure I know everything that's going to be in the Cathay reveal because Chapter Master Valrak was doing, like, his thing, and he always knows what's going to happen before it happens, and I like to watch his... Oh, cool, I see it! Isn't there a volcano god in Dreadfleet? Yes, there is. Could it in the fire health be connected somehow through the Maw? Probably not. There are a lot of volcano gods. There are just a lot of gods. Gods are everywhere in the Warhammer world, and most notable geographic features have an associated spirit. There is some kind of entity. Normally, they're most commonly referred to as spirits, but sometimes they're worshipped as gods. And volcanoes are pretty massive fucking entities. They're big, they're scary, they're loud, they're destructive. A lot of people worship volcanoes, and I would say it is not a stretch to say that the vast majority of volcanoes, the big ones in the Warhammer world, have a spirit within them. The one that you see in Dreadfleet was worshipped as a god. He was a great, terrible, almighty, horrible god. But volcano gods, there's quite a few of them. In fact, if you go read, I can't remember if it's the High Elf book or the Dark Elf book, but in one of the army books, I also don't remember if it was 7th edition or 8th edition, but in one of the army books for the High Elves or Dark Elves, there's a story about this High Elf and Dark Elf, these two navies, the High Elf and Dark Elf Navy, get into a big fight. And they have this big epic battle that's like really bitter and awful and horrible, and they have it like right next to or on an island. And the battle they have is so ugly and so fierce that they awaken the god or spirit that lives within a dormant volcano, and it piss it off. So this spirit, which is functionally a god, comes like erupting out of the volcano and attacks both armies, and it kills everyone. So stuff like that happens. Gives me hope for Kislev and the Legacy armies. Well, Kislev is 100% coming. We don't know when it's coming, but it's 100% coming. The Legacy armies are going to take time. I do think they'll come eventually, but I think it's going to take time. Chat, do y'all want me to leave y'all up for the stream so y'all can do like emojis and little reactions and stuff? Or do y'all want me to take you down? Like, I don't think you're blocking that much. I mean, you're mostly transparent. So I think it's fine, but I will ask for your opinion. If it killed everyone, then how do we know what happened? Well, you know, it's kind of, to be fair, it's from a timeline perspective. So like, I don't know. I guess somebody got away. It's like that scene from the first Pirates of the Caribbean movie where they're like, I hear the Black Pearl leaves no survivors, and Jack Sparrow's like, well then, how do you know about it? Is there gonna be a Cathay novel? God, I hope so. You want chat to be smaller. Maybe, okay, what if we do that? How about we compromise? How about that? How about that? Are y'all okay with that? You're much tinier. There is nothing of value that will be up there. y'all are out of the way. There you go. And plus, it makes it harder to see what y'all are saying anyway, so y'all could just y'all can rely more on spamming emojis. Use your emotes. I paid for those. Use them, goddammit. But though I do need to get like a new emote set made. I don't even know if I don't think I have any active on YouTube, do I? No, I have a couple. I need to go through and update everything. Ugh. Do I think we'll get a Dragon Kid? No, I don't. Well, I don't know. I don't know. I feel like if we were going to have the best case scenario, we would get a Dragon Kid. Because, like, if you're going to release a brand new race, I think giving them one special character out the gate would be genius. Oh, it's showtime! It's showtime! Shut up! Everybody shut the fuck up!
Coming to you from Nottingham, my name's Nick. This is Alex. We're really excited to be with you this evening.
Oh, here it comes!
Right.
Yep, I'm incredibly excited. We've got stuff from Warhammer 40,000, Warhammer the Age of Sigmar, Kill Team, and the
These guys fucking whisper.
Great, that's all coming up very soon. Now, this weekend we are celebrating it, of course, as Adepticon over there in America.
I'm hoping for Meow Ying. I will say that.
Hello,
I am hoping for Meow Ying.
To show you already, but keep quiet for now. Great to have you here. But of course, there's folks all around the world. Please let us know in the chat where
show me.
Out because we are live.
Hold on, let me make them a little louder for y'all.
Question corner. Ed, how you doing? All right.
I'm good, thanks, Nick.
Let me know if that's better.
If you've got any questions,
They're not very
please
loud,
start
so let me know if that's better.
question right at the beginning, and it will help me filter out to try and see what everyone wants to ask.
Now, crucially, that is in the Twitch chat only.
Bro,
I know we're on YouTube
you
as
could
well,
not
if you're in Twitch,
pay me
please put your questions in there. We'll try
to be the Twitch chat reader for GW. No, that's not true. You could pay me to do
so
that.
much
But
to
like
show
that
you
job
this
would
evening.
suck.
In fact,
like
we're gonna give you a
the
quick
chads are
glimpse right now.
vitriolic. Chop. Okay. Jesus. What are they doing? What is happening? Are they just revealing everything all at once? Oh, I saw it! Oh, that was a what do you call it? That was a
very exciting.
Cool stuff there.
You've seen us.
The
You've
horse
seen us as a
dragons,
real-
not
it's
the
now
Kilian.
time to
They're
jump
not
straight
Kilian.
into the old
Whatever
world
you call
with
them.
the Wood Elf realms.
Here we go.
Yeah, so the Wood Elves. The
Oh, Wood Elves are back. Oh, they brought back the old 8th edition Wild Riders.
Archers.
Longma, yes, as a
battalion,
Longma.
as well
Dude, the
as their
Wood Elf
Arcane
minis
Journal,
look
which contains
pretty
all the lore,
good. They look better than I remember.
Regiments, we've got Orion in there.
Oh, that's
loads
right.
of
The
fantastic
Wildwood
stuff.
Rangers shared a
absolutely. Elite
kit
army
with
on
the
tabletop.
Eternal
These guys
Guard,
are
I think.
superb at shooting you off the table.
Oh, they look
absolutely right.
good. The Wood
and what
Elves,
he
the
says
Wood
there,
Elves
we've
have
also got the
held up
hero
well.
here, the Araloth, Lord of Talson as well.
To
who's
be
coming
fair,
alongside the Wood
oh,
Elves.
Araloth is back.
This guy was
Yay,
a cowardly
Araloth!
youth, right?
Yes, he was a cowardly youth, however, having...
Okay, so
fallen to the
Araloth
force
is
and
confirmed
turned
to be
goddess,
returning.
You do. He then
Which-
regained his courage and eventually went on to slay Morga the
Okay.
Corruptor.
Yeah, I was gonna say, he
Lord
kills
level hero for
Morgar
Wood Elf
right around
forces.
here.
This guy carries his burden
Like
to
he's
battle,
about
scouring
to
the
kill
eye
Morgar,
thief.
or he
There
just
can be
did
sent
kill
across the battlefield
Morgar.
to peck the eyes out your enemies, which is great
So
fun.
he's a
And of
really
course,
important character to have back.
alongside
Come on,
the
Durthu.
Arcane Journal, which is coming for the Wood Elves.
Oh,
just
look
like
at
this for every
Orion,
other
dude!
army.
Look at that
A 48
art!
page book
Orion looks
dedicated to the Wood Elves, with
incredible!
background, rules, historical recreations.
Oh,
you can
Orion
fight
looks
in
so...
there.
Look at his
New heroes.
spear!
We got Orion, King of the
Whoa.
Woods, returns, leading his
Ugh,
wild
they
hunt.
brought
on the
back the
Island of
old
Infamy
mini.
there,
Ugh.
as well as magic items.
Ugh.
Units
I don't
which you
like
can
the
take as
Orion
well
mini,
for
it's
progressions
ugly.
from other units that exist. I tell you what, Alex, I'm super excited about the fact that beast packs are returning to the Wood Elf realms. You'll be able to field units of deepwood hounds, forest cats, sylvan boars, and even a bear of Lauren. So
What
you
the
can have a bear
fuck?
running
Okay,
around
so
in
you can
Wood
run a
Elf
bunch of
army. That sounds great.
animals.
Brilliant.
So there we are.
You mentioned beasts there. But Wood Elves aren't the only things that are coming
course.
to the old world. We've got the Beastmen Brayherds returning.
Oh,
so
Beastmen!
likewise, they've got a fantastic battalion there, stuffed full of everything you could think of that's a gore or a gorgon.
Absolutely right. Yeah, the
I love
Beastmen,
the
of course,
Sigmar.
a wild force
Sigmar is so
in
goated.
Warhammer the Old World. Super powerful. Lots of cheap
No
infantry
Sisters of
running
Twilight.
around all over
That
the
they've
table.
shown off.
And
They
some terrifying
might
monsters as
still
well.
be in the book.
And there's a brand new miniature coming for them as well. We've seen this one before. This is Kralmor, Prophet
Yeah,
of Ruin.
Kralmor.
Tell me about this guy. Who is
So
it?
the Beastmen.
The Arcane
might
Journals
make
usually
sure.
end up having more stuff
However,
than they
if you
reveal.
are
There's
mystical,
usually a couple of
magical,
goodies
you tend to be
they
given a
hold
bit
on
of
to,
an
but
easy
there might
idea,
not be any
but,
Sisters of Twilight to start
Kralmor
with.
is a prophet. He can, see the future, which has allowed him to stay one step ahead of his enemies. And we mentioned Orion before. Orion is currently hunting him, however, has been unsuccessful.
Orion
He's
is
a powerful
hunting
level 4 wizard,
Kralmor.
and that leering spirit that he comes
that's
into
cool.
battle
I bet
can be
Orion's
placed on the
gonna die.
battlefield to cast devolving magic at enemies.
So
from afar,
Orion's
which is
probably
quite
gonna
good
get killed
fun.
by this
Now, it's
guy.
worth pointing out both the Wood Elves and the Beastmen are going to have the huge ranges accompanying them. We've just shown you a selection here, so don't expect just
Ooh,
this. There's
art
loads
looks
more coming as well.
fantastic.
And of course, we've got the Arcane Journal for the
Oh,
Beastmen Greyheads.
Chroma's on the
Again,
front
big book
with his
full
little
of
familiar.
lore,
That's
full
really
of
pretty.
Great maps. You like a map?
That's
Alex, you really do.
really pretty.
We've got historical recreations of Crawmore taking on some Empire of Men troopers, new units, new heroes in there, new magic. You can take a Herdstone for your force as well. Look, if you're a
you can
Beastmen
take a
fan,
Herdstone.
you want to get this book. That's great. Now,
So they're bringing in
elves.
faction terrain.
People kind of knew that Wood Elves and Beastmen were on the way because they were the last two forces that were going to happen.
Here it
but
comes.
there's one force that people might not be expecting.
Oh my god, here it comes.
Let's take a look.
Okay, I gotta mute the music, but... Oh, Shin Yang! Oh, okay, so it's Shin Yang and the four... Oh, that's interesting. There's only 4 kids noted on there. Looked like it was missing Yin Yin. I'm sure there's cool audio playing, but I'll have to look at that afterwards. Oh my god, look at Shin Yang! Holy shit, is that the Emperor? Oh, the Jade Longma! You can hear Miao Ying's voice. I want to listen to it, but I'll have to do it later. I don't want to do it right now. Holy shit, dude. Oh, look at all this new art. Look at all this new art. Haha, the ogres. Oh, that's cool. So they're going to have some ogre units. That's fun. Dude, the Terracotta Sentinels look incredible. Oh my god. Oh, the Warriors of Chaos fighting them with the Bastion. Nice. Oh, there's a Sky Lantern. Holy shit, I'm gonna have to listen to this later. We'll have to do a separate stream where we, like, listen and go through all this, because knowing GW, they're gonna copyright the whole fucking thing. There's the Moon Dragon. Oh, the Crowman! Okay, so you got the Moon Dragon. So this is Kuei Yin's dragon form, or at least a representation of it. The Onyx Crowman. Oh, Miao Ying! Please, God, give me a Miao Ying model, and my soul is yours. If you give me a Miao Ying model, my soul is yours. That's interesting. One of the dragon kids is missing. I see Li Dao. Li Dao's the fire one. Oh my god, they look so good! Oh, they've got like thematic ogres. Oh my god, look at the Longma. Miao Ying! Oh, fuck! Bro, Miao Ying's model looks sick!
It's amazing. I
Wow.
Oh my
genuine
god,
goosebumps after
dude!
watching it.
What a video.
I'm getting this
what
box.
a range.
I'm getting this
Let's
fucking
talk about
box,
it. So
dude.
Grand Cathay is here, marching into the
Oh,
old
look at
world.
her!
Alex,
Holy shit, look how
who are
big
the
the
Grand
range
So Grand
is!
Cathay is one of the oldest civilizations
Sky
in the world of legend. It
lanterns?
stood as sort of an eternal bulwark against the evils of the world.
You got the Jade Cavalry,
mountains,
Jade Warriors,
sort of,
Fire Rain
internal
Rockets,
stability and harmony.
a
The
Gate
other
Guardian,
nations tend to be in
the
a lot of
Terracotta Sentinels
turmoil
with optional
because there's
different
one of the
masks.
dragons,
What?
namely the Celestial
Holy
Dragon Emperor
shit.
himself. And as you can imagine,
Dude,
having
look
an
at
immortal
Shen
being
Yang!
lends a bit of stability there.
Look, we know what the
what a
Emperor
great
looks
little
like.
idea and concept
We
for a
finally
force,
got
and
to
it's
see
a very
him.
different army to anything else you might see in Warhammer the
Bro,
Old World.
Shin Yang
They
looks
are
fucking
elite
sick.
army, heavily armed and heavily armored. Even
Look
the
at
basic
that!
troops are
Oh my god, I want that on my
super
wall. Look how
elite. There's a mixture
cool
of
that
troops,
looks.
cavalry, war engines, terrifying
Bro,
monsters.
the Jade Longma
and we're
look
going to go through a
way
few of them
fucking
now
cooler
because the battalion
than the
box
Total
set,
War version.
which we see here,
Funny enough,
uh,
they're a
is
little less
quite a
horse-like,
great
a little more
scope of minutes
draconic.
we've got in front of us. And first and foremost, let's talk about the
Man,
infantry.
that's-
Alex, the Jade Warriors.
Yeah,
who are
Jade
they?
Warriors.
So the Jade Warriors are the
We saw Jade
well-equipped sort
Lancers.
of core of a city's army.
Dude, look,
So they're known as
Cathay
the
with
Jade Warriors
musicians and
because,
banners,
that
right?
stone is sort of sacred to
Oh!
the Dragon Emperor, and it's said to represent sort of the implacable nature of the Empire. They have pole arms, heavy
I
armor,
bet we'll
shields, they're
learn about the
formidable in
Monkey King
attack.
in the book, but you're not
Defense
going to
is
see
where
anything
strength
that wasn't in
truly
Total War.
You're
I can
absolutely
bet you
right, and that's reflected in
all the
rules
money
as
in the
well.
universe,
These
they're
guys
not
have a
going to do
defensive
non-Total War
stance
stuff
where if they
yet.
remain stationary, they can re-roll ones in the combat phase on their saves, which is cool.
Man, when's
Really
the last
cool thing to point
time
out in this
Games
box set as
Workshop
well
did,
is
like,
that while you can build every single model with lots of different variation,
like,
one of the great varieties in the
Asian
Jade Warriors that is
minis?
every model you can choose a male or a female head as well, so you can have your whole.
Oh, look
all
at
the
that!
Jade Warriors can be.
You get
female
as
or
many
male,
male,
up to
you
which is
get
really,
male
really
and
cool.
female heads. So you can
But
do
they're
whatever
not just the
combination
only
you
thing.
want.
They've got maybe the anvil of the army is
Cathay
the Jade
is
Warriors. So let's
goated.
talk about
Cathay
the
is
Jade
goated.
Lancers,
Oh
the
my god,
cavalry.
dude!
These guys are special.
So yeah, if the Jade Warriors are the shield, these guys are the spear. They're
The
the
Jade
knights of the
Lancers!
Celestial host. They've been forged in battle and drawn from the most disciplined and skilled soldiers.
Dude, the
of
Gate
great
Guardian looks
cities.
fantastic.
I mean, the wealthier cities can raise, multiple regiments of these guys, but most can, manage at least one. On the battlefield, basically, they are able to charge and annihilate.
Where will they be in the old world? Ah, you're cute.
Getting through the narrow passages
The old
and
world
alleyways of
isn't
the
about
cities
the
to
old world.
counterattack.
That's what
They're
first
absolutely
edition old
devastating
world I
cavalry,
think was
Alex. On the
maybe
charge, these guys can
arguably
fight to an
about,
extra
but
rank with their Cathayan
clearly
lancers,
we're
so
about to
that
go
makes them
further
super
afield.
hitty. And also the Cathayan
Dude, they
Cathach
look
rule,
so
lets the unit follow
cool.
up from combat and counters charging next turn.
Oh, they look so good. Their horses are beefy
They
looking.
are absolutely devastating.
I'm
but
gonna have
if you don't
no
want to get too
fucking
close to
money.
your opponent like the Jade Lancers do, maybe
I
you
can't
wanna
wait to
fancy,
paint these on
taking some of
stream
these
so their
artillery
attacks
boosts
right
as
off.
well.
Dude, the Cathayan
But,
ogres look
what
fucking
we got?
awesome.
So all along the Great Bastion, you've got rocket launchers and cannons. of all
Fire rain
sizes.
rocket!
The rocket launchers, the fire rain rocket battery.
Oh, and you can build them as a
little bit
cannon as
inaccurate,
well.
But they're incredibly deadly, launching explosives
Grimdark
great
Hammond
distances.
cheered.
So this,
X100.
fire
Let's
rain
get down
rocket
to
battery
business
is a
to
portable
defeat
version
the
of the war
Huns.
machine. It's created by disciples of the House of Smoke and Powder, who specialize in the manufacturing.
Oh,
of
these look
gunpowder.
so good.
Those gunpowder features
These look
very
so
heavily with gunpowder.
good.
So many cannon.
I
also
love how
exist,
diverse all the
but
minis are. Like you're
foremost
seeing
is the
like a
Cathayan
bunch of different
Great
age ranges, a
These
lot
are
of different
forged in
personality
Nargel,
types.
And they've got that wonderful.
Yeah, so you can build it as a
dragon
grand
head shape
cannon
on
or a
the front.
fire rain
One
rocket.
of my favorite things about this kit is that ogre loader.
Yeah, it's just a
Dude,
great
the
character piece,
ogre
isn't it?
loaders
It's
are
actually an
hilarious. Those are
upgrade
fantastic.
for the kit, for the artillery piece in terms of the rules. He helps protect your artillery piece with gunpowder bombs. He can help the cannon move faster by lugging it along, and also it can allow it to shoot twice once per game
I like
in
how
one phase, which is
they're
really
like
impressive. If you're into
ponies
super
pulling
fast.
them like in
The
Total
Grand
War,
Cannon
or
you see
oxen
here
pulling them.
does
Nah.
such
We got
devastating
ogres.
damage. It has thunderous impact on its shots, slowing down enemy units nearby where the shot landed. And the fire rain rocket battery
And the Grand
can use
Cannon is
multiple
fucking
different
huge.
types of ammunition, depending on whether it's going to be
Holy
big targets
shit,
or,
dude,
or
this
big
range
units.
looks
It can deliver at once.
incredible.
My favourite detail here, I've got to point
It's
out
really
this
nicely
picture.
balanced
Check out the
too.
guy at the
Like
back
you
with
got
the sort of
artillery,
bamboo rocket who's smoking
cavalry,
a pipe right next to the rocket.
infantry.
Great.
What a
Looks
hero.
like we're
What a
getting
hero.
the like the Sky
Love this
Lantern
stuff.
flying support
But that's the
piece.
models that we've seen in the battalion. We've also got some other stuff as well. This is the Sky Lantern.
The
Tell me about
Sky
this.
This is a
Lantern.
beautiful centerpiece.
Dude,
miniature.
it's so
an
much.
intricately
Look how
decorated construction
gorgeous
of
that is as a
paper and
mini.
silk and held aloft by a caged.
Oh look, it's got the
vermilion
Lord
warbird,
Magistrate
which
in it.
basically has burning
got the Lord
wings and
Magistrate.
forces all the hot air up into it to give it lift. The
Oh,
crew then
look
sit
at
in an
those
armoured
fucking
gondola,
snipers,
they're able to
dude.
direct it using those sails on the side. It's a wonder of Cathayan engineering.
Dude, the old world
Derby up
finally
on one side
getting
and Grand
a
Cathay on the
gorgeous
other.
Blacklog
army.
is cheered.
Like every model is
100.
gorgeous.
So you're
See,
saying
in
this
that
army
gondola,
is in
you've got a
harmony?
Lord
This
Magistrate
army
and
is
strategist, and these are the
purely
commanders of
harmony.
cities and the institutions of Grand Cathay.
Like,
You
look
tend
how
to lead from the back,
pretty that
and you can
is.
guide from the Sky Lantern using fans and banners.
That's a
This is
gorgeous
great.
fucking model.
The magistrate you see there is a hero choice for the force. And
Yeah,
you
so
can
yeah,
choose
so
to
it's the Lord
turn to
Magistrate
Sky Lantern if you
hero
want to. He can
optional
be on foot
upgrade.
if you want to as well, or you can take the Sky
Oh,
Lantern
it looks
without
so
one of those
good.
inside if you want to as well. It's a
I wonder if those are
huge,
decals.
rare,
It's
heavy
probably a
chariot,
decal.
basically,
Yeah,
on a
that
new
was
base
it
size,
was
which
free
is quite
printed,
cool.
free painted on
And
knowing them.
you can equip the gunners on board with an array of gunpowder weapons and bombs, including the actual lantern itself has those huge Sky Lantern bombs underneath it.
Oh,
which are
great. So-
absolutely
oh,
devastating.
so these
One of
Sky
my favourite
Lanterns
rules
have
about this thing is the Eye of
bombs.
the
The
Dragon
Sky
rule,
Lanterns
which
in
lets
Total
Cathayan
War don't have
artillery
bombs.
use this model's line of
Where's my
sight
Sky
so the crew on
Lantern
board is
bomb,
directing
CA?
the artillery fire for the rest of the force, which is fantastic. So
Only
Just
the
one thing
only
I
the
want to
Sky
note on this as well
Junks
is
have
the
bombs in
transfers.
Total
You'll have seen
War.
in all the banners these
Where's my
wonderful,
Sky Lantern bomb?
intricate
Sky Lanterns
symbols
would be so
and
much
as well
better
down
if
the
they
Sky
had
Lantern.
optional
Those are all
different gun
transfers.
upgrades and
Absolutely.
bombs.
It's good. You don't have to be
Come
a
on,
level 4
CA, get on it.
sorcerer
Get on
to complete that. So there we go. Fantastic news for the Cathayan players. And that's not the only centerpiece model we've got. Of course, up next we've got the Cathayan Sentinels.
Oh, the Terracotta
Look at the
Sentinel!
size of this thing, Alex. Tell me more.
It's
These
so
are great animated
big!
statues, and if legend is to be
It's
they were
so
built by the
big!
Dragon Emperor himself many thousands of years ago to combat chaos. Now, the Terracotta Sentinels are crafted from
They look
magically charged red earth, and
fucking
they tend to be found
amazing.
along the Great Bastion itself. However, Sentinels can be found across Grand Cathay, anywhere. They're made of various stones.
Dude,
so
the
like
alternate
granite sentinels
masks
watch over
are
Sky Pass in the
so
Mountains of Morn,
sexy.
Obsidian Sentinels defend the border against the Blood Nagas of Koresh, and Warpstone
Blood
Sentinels
Naga?
formed from clay infused with Warpstone
Blood
dust
Naga?
sort of watch over the desert roads in the Warpstone
They
Desert.
said Blood
Well, it's really
Naga!
cool as well,
They
depending on
mentioned
which one
Blood
you go for
Naga!
and how you paint your miniature. They actually get different rules in the game as well.
They
So
talked
the
about Blood Naga!
Terracotta Sentinel can regenerate, while the Granite Sentinel might have a better better armor save, and the Warpstone Sentinel is going to sort of really
Blood Knocker
badly,
confirmed!
affects the nearby enemy troops.
I love
decreasing
the
their
idea
toughness, which
that
is
there are
really
different
horrible.
types of
These
sentinels
things are huge,
designed for
rare
different types
behemoths,
of
and they are
enemies.
just great fun. And you definitely want to have one in your force.
Was that
But
the
let's
Green
have a look at
Guardian? They
another
mentioned
centerpiece model here,
there are
the
Warpstone
Shigengan Lord
ones.
on the Great Spirit
Dude,
Longmar.
look at the
Yeah, these guys tend to be the
fucking
descendants of the
llama!
Celestial Dragon, or Dragon-blooded. They're natural sorcerers. There's just as
Oh, so
skilled
it's-
at
oh,
wielding
dude, the
elemental
Shugengan
winds
Lord.
as they are with a blade.
Oh.
They're gifted with weapons and
Oh
armor from
my
the forges
God.
of Beijing, and they fight from the front. These guys are no
Bro,
slouches
my
in combat.
pants are
Absolutely not, and
destroyed.
they're basically warrior wizards.
I
So
am,
these
I
models can
am,
either
I
be a
am
hero
coming
or
and
a
shitting
lord
all
choice.
over the place.
And
Like
depending on which one you go for, it
I'm
could be a
lost,
level 1
dude.
wizard or
I'm
a level
lost
2 wizard.
forever.
Those can all be
I'll never
increased. So you could have
recover.
a level 4 Shigengan Lord if you wanted to.
A level
all
4
flying
Shugengan.
around this
Dude, she looks
beautifully
fucking incredible.
sculpted Longmar flying beast.
Look at her
Just a
fucking
wonderful
spear
well,
thing.
both warrior and wizard general to lead your force.
Oh my God.
Too.
A
But
great
other choices for your
spirit
heroes
Longmar.
include the Gate Masters of the Celestial Cities.
So these are the leaders
Gate
of the
Masters?
Jade Warriors.
Bro,
They've earned their
the
position
Battle
through
Standard
skill
Bearer.
and experience.
Oh, the
They
Battle
must have
Standard Bearer
served
looks so
for
good.
At least a decade, and they're the masters of defensive warfare and discipline.
Yeah, Great Spirit
Absolutely
Longma
right. They're
does sound a
battle-hardened
bit
veteran
sexier than
leaders for
just
your
Jade
forces.
Longma.
Again, they could be heroes or gate or lords. You get 2 in the box, enough to
Oh,
make a
they could be
5/6
heroes
if you
or
want to,
lords.
including all the bits to make a battle standard bearer. And you can thank
Dude,
the Dragon
that
Emperor for the
BSB
fact
looks
that
fucking
is a
amazing.
transfer there, so you don't have to hand paint that yourself. These guys are wonderful leaders to have in your force.
Okay,
to
so
direct
they
your
mentioned
models
they
in
have
play. Now,
decal
of course,
transfers.
alongside this, we are going to see the Grand Cathay
Show me
Arcane
Miao
Journal as
Ying!
well.
Indeed. So
Finish
this is
me
the
off!
History of
Finish
Grand
me
Cathay,
off!
the
Show me
Celestial
Miao
Dragon
Ying!
Emperor, including lots of little bits of information that you might not know, such as that it was the Dragon Emperor who shared gunpowder with the Sky Titans and a long and storied
What?
friendship with Nehekara, until events that we will not mention. It's got the
What?
philosophy of Grand Cathay, the armies, the formation of
We're
the
gonna
Great
get
Woods,
lore on the
desert,
Sky
trade,
Titans?
exploration. There's a bit of a focus on the armies of Nangao here. And it was that's the anchor at the western
Oh,
end of the
dude,
Great
the lore
Bastion.
drops are gonna be
It's also got a lot on the
crazy.
Feng Shi sorcery, which sees the winds of magic split into 2, yin and yang. Yang may just study control.
The
of winds
lore
of magic,
drops are
producing
gonna be
bright and vibrant spells,
crazy.
whilst yin is darker and more dangerous.
Both new magic laws which you can
Also,
take for your
okay,
wizards
so that means
inside
Cathay
the
invented
Arcane Journal as
gunpowder
well. This Arcane
way
Journal is a bit
before anybody
unusual.
else.
It's not maybe like the other Arcane Journals
Like,
we've seen, as
way
it's more of a
before
sort of
anybody else.
standard army list. So much like you'd see in the Forces of Fantasy or the Ravening Hordes books.
Like,
But every
it's gonna
single model
be-
that's coming alongside will have their full rules in
Oh
here,
my God,
full
that-
special
okay,
rules for the
that's
army,
huge.
unique weapons, magic items, everything you need to field your Grand Cathay army in a game of Warhammer the Old World is in
Oh
this
my-
book.
that
So if you're
cover
gonna
art
collect
is
an army,
so
you
fucking
need to get
pretty.
yourself a copy of this book as well.
Where's Miao
But
Ying?
that's not the only thing.
Where's
We've
Miao
got one
Ying?
more thing to show you from this army. Take a look at this.
Oh, my
Oh.
God!
Alex, who is this?
Look
This
at
is Miao
that!
Ying, the commander of the armies of the Great Bastion, ruler
Look
of
at
Northern
her
Cathay from
armor,
the seat of
dude!
power in Nangao. So for centuries, she's fought against the servants of
Holy
dark gods,
shit!
hobgoblins, barbarians, you name it. She
Holy
was assigned to her
shit!
position by the Celestial Dragon himself, and is often
I
considered
wanna
the
fuck
favourite
that! Oh my
amongst her
God,
siblings
that thing
due
is
to the power she wields
crazy!
and duties she bears, and she's somewhat aware of it. She's forever dealing with the lords of Nangao because even when you are a
That
dragon,
is one of the
politics and scheming
coolest.
never,
Look at the
never escape.
terrain, dude.
Now, right,
That is one of the coolest fucking
form is
pieces
as a dragon,
GW has
and
ever made.
sometimes she can transform herself into
What a
the
fucking
human form.
model,
so I guess
man.
let's terrify her troops as well. What's important as well? I mean, look at that.
Oh
Beautiful
God,
model,
look at
isn't it?
her.
I think
Her
it's important to say
gauntlet
as well,
looks so
that model
fucking
we've
cool.
just
I
seen,
love
the
that
dragon,
gauntlet.
Mao Ying here, and all the models we've seen in this entire range are all plastic,
Indeed.
Oh,
which is fantastic
it's all
news.
plastic.
So it's
Oh,
much
thank you,
easier
God.
to make
It's
your
all
miniatures.
plastic.
Mao Ying
Oh,
is a powerful wizard.
there's
She
no-
can transform
it's all
herself from a
plastic.
dragon to a human
Oh,
whenever she
God.
wants to.
Oh, it's all plastic.
And she's a supreme
All
matriarch
right,
of the
I
Nangao,
need-
and so she can promote warriors around her to be her
I need-
celestial dragon.
I need
guard,
a minute.
making them better in the fight as well. Just a stunning
Refractory
statues model
period. I
for
need a
the
minute.
army.
Please,
That
I need a
whole
minute.
collection is just incredible.
God
The
damn,
intricacy,
dude, this
the
range is
detail
this
is
range is so
beautiful.
good.
There we go. That is Grand Cathay coming soon.
Oh my
for Warhammer
God,
Old
Old
I'm
World,
very
Old
excited
World
about it.
is finally
And
hitting
yeah, you
its
guys
stride.
weren't sure if we're going to show you everything. We just have. So there we go. Exciting
Old
stuff.
World
We've got a bit of
has
time now to go over
finally
to question
hit
corner.
the
Ed,
moment.
what's the chat talking about at the moment?
Well, first off, I would like to shout out a few of the locations people talked about earlier. We've got people from all over the UK, loads of states being listed across the US and Canada,
Oh,
Paris, Australia, Norway,
oh.
all over the world. It's fantastic.
All right, what do y'all
I
think?
do have some old world related questions.
We haven't
that
seen
I've
any
got
shooting
for
units
those.
besides artillery.
How much
Yeah,
artillery
not yet.
do
Well,
you
no, that's not true. The Sky Junks have black powder
Oh,
weapons
we've
as
just
well.
seen is plastic. There we go. That's it. If there's other
No
minis coming in the
resin!
future that we
Thank
haven't
you,
seen, we
God.
don't know about the moment, we don't know. But everything we've just seen is entirely plastic.
What?
Key part of
Why
it is
wasn't
it's
the
not
entire
future
old
technology,
world
so
like this?
There we go. How cool
Why
is that,
wasn't
right?
the
That's
entire
pretty
new setting
Next
that
up,
level of
Are those
quality?
terracotta models the biggest models in Old World?
cool.
Like,
I don't know.
They might be.
Might be.
That
Sky
that
Lantern is
that's the
huge.
Yeah,
one
Sky
thing
Lantern
that's got me
sounds really
like
tall.
pissed right now.
'Cause
Is
that's
like
on a brand new base as well.
they have
And
been
then on a flying
kneecapping
stand.
Old World
And then that balloon
so
on top of it, so
hard.
at least height-wise, I think
They
the
have been
Sky Lantern takes
kneecapping
it.
the Old
Well, in
world
fact, just
so
answering the next
hard
question, which was,
by
is
just
the Sky
doing the
Lantern
most
attached to its
basic
purely using
bitch,
plastic parts and
lazy ass
the
piece of shit
flying stand?
minis
Okay,
from
final
like
question then.
the early
Who are
2000s,
Cathay's
late
biggest
90s.
rivals in the Old World?
And it's like,
Ooh,
oh, you
they
actually
don't
tried
have
for
a
once.
rival.
And it looks
Arguably,
amazing.
they're amongst the oldest and most powerful kingdoms in the old world.
But they particularly hate the forces of chaos.
Oh, they
right?
absolutely loathe chaos.
Also,
Okay.
the old world is no
So if you-
longer
if you
about
want to
the
have
old world.
If there was a rival, if there was something that stood up anywhere near to the forces of Cathay, it would be the Warriors of Chaos.
Yeah.
Okay,
Like,
fair enough.
it,
All right,
it's
cool.
clearly.
Anything else, Ed? Any more in the chat for now?
Lots of questions I think might get answered later on as we go on. Actually.
Fair enough.
Yeah, clearly,
We'll move
this
on
is what
to the
I
next
predicted. This is
segment
what I
of our
predicted
show,
years
and it's
ago,
time
that
to
the
move
old
on to
world
the
wasn't
old
gonna
world
be about the
to
old
what's
world.
going on.
The old world is about the whole planet. The old world is not about the old world as we understand it. It's literally just about the Warhammer Fantasy world. Kill Team, whatever, I don't give a fuck. Am I gonna get those minis? Are you fucking kidding me? Of course I'm gonna get those fucking minis. Did Total War make this possible? If it wasn't for Total War, this would never have happened. That's a fact. That is not an opinion. That is a fact based on lots of long chats and insider like commentary. If it hadn't been for Vermintide and Total War, there would be no old world. There wouldn't. Like, it wouldn't exist. The only reason the setting came back was because of Total War. Period. Yeah, no, don't get me wrong. I think calling it the old world is perfectly fine for the setting. Ooh, are those new Tyranid sculpts? They are new Tyranid sculpts. Ooh, those look kind of cool.
Everything around it. One of the things that sometimes
What,
happens
is it Admech
that
versus
sinkholes open
Tyranids?
up. And when they do, that allows access below
Bro, look
the
at
Great Gun.
look at like
And
the
so what happens is the
brain on that one
Adepticon
Tyranid.
send out these teams of sacrificial servitors to go and find some of the archaeological bits that are hidden down there. When
Blood
they've
Bowl
done
April
so,
1st
they've
stream.
awoken some ravenous.
No,
So
we're
dear,
doing
you don't wanna
we're
wake
doing an
Ravenous,
April
it's the
1st
worst thing
stream
to
on
do.
April
Because
2nd
in this
because
box
we're
we have
idiots.
the new Ravenous kill team.
We'll talk
5
about that later.
miniatures in the
We'll talk about
Ravenous
that
kill
later.
team. You'll also notice there are some Hormigants in the background here too, but we'll talk about the Hormigants in just a second. But the Ravenous kill team is 5 models, and you can make quite different versions here.
Those
you can
are
make them
some
onto Ravenous Warriors if you wanted
freaky-looking
to, as you see in
Tyranids.
40k. But you can also make a Prime, as much as other things we're going to go over in a second. Alex, Ravenous are powerful and terrifying,
Whoa.
right?
They
Indeed,
look good.
they're powerful, live, driven by an all-consuming
They look
hunger.
good.
Reports say that sometimes they can be deposited on a planet, they burrow through rock.
I do
armor,
like
flesh,
Tyranids.
all with the
I
same
do
level of ease,
like
and they can basically
Tyranids.
hide out for years, if not
Man, those are
decades. That seems
sexy,
to be
dude.
what's happened
Hey,
here on
if you want
Volcus.
to get started on
As you
your Blood
mentioned,
Naga,
these
if
can
you
be
want to get
built
started on
into
your Naga of
several
Koresh
different
early,
sub-varieties. So you've got the
Kit
Prime,
Bash,
who's a nodal
right here.
hub for the brood and coordinates
you
the
could
rest
you
of
could
them. The
easily,
Feltalon with
without
claws that
even
pump
trying,
toxins that can then
easily make
retract.
these
The
into
Venom
Stinkman.
Spitter that, as you can probably guess, spits venom.
Makes sense, yeah.
The Wrecker, which is a heavily muscled armored version, which can break through into bunkers.
Oh, bro,
My
the
favourite,
armored one looks
Clementine.
super
Got a
cool. Look at that
hypersensory array
carapace.
to detect vibrations and chemical signatures.
Bro, look at all the
Like
different
here. Like I
versions.
said,
That's
The
fun.
rest can be warriors.
The
Now,
Raveners look
if
really
you've
cool.
ever played Space Marine 2, you'll have come across the Raveners in there, and
Oh,
they
yes.
burrow through the ground, and that's just so
yeah, the
difficult to deal with.
Raveners in
And
Space
that
Marine
comes
2
through
did
in
not
Kill
look
Team as
like
well.
this.
They actually have a rule where you draw a tunnel as the game continues, and your warriors and your Raveners can just pop in or pop out of that tunnel as the game
These look
continues.
great.
Really
Scaly's eating
confusing
good
your
tonight.
foes.
You're not wrong.
If I tell Kill Team players these guys have an APL of 3 apiece,
Dude, the
that makes them
Ravener is fucking
super good,
or the
and
Wrecker,
they can
the
all
Wrecker
fight
is
twice in an activation,
really cool.
which is terrifying.
Dude, you
too.
could easily make
Yeah,
these into
absolutely
Naga of
monstrous
Koresh. Just
foes.
chop off the
Only, I
heads and
think,
put
at
snake heads
5
on them.
models is
You're
one of
done.
the smallest kill teams.
That's
but
literally
they
all you
are-
have to do.
They are tough.
Okay,
They
and
are
they're
real big and tough. Lots of wounds, lots of APL. Be terrified. Maybe not quite as terrifying, but pretty cool as well. The Battle Clade coming alongside them in the box set. These are an Adeptus Mechanicus kill team, and someone in the chat earlier on said, I'd give my soul for an Adeptus Mechanicus kill team. We're going to send Slanesh knocking on your door anytime soon. But Alex, tell us about these guys.
So these are led by techno-archaeologists who specialise in hunting down arcana and exotic resources. Alongside them, they've got the Servitor Underseers, that seems to be floating there. Basically, these guys specialise in reprogramming and controlling servitors, translating the mission into complex subroutines suitable for their charges, but they can be a bit enthusiastic about the acquisition of more servitors, so if you do happen to have one of these guys float by, be careful they don't steal them. So alongside them, you've got a whole host of various servitors. You can have gun servitors with servo stabilizers.
40k people, how are we feeling?
Medics, which is a rare willingness to heal the fleshy parts of servitors.
Anybody in here
because
play
you
kill
are on a
team?
mission far from the forge.
How you feeling about it?
Needs must, right? Absolutely right.
Bro,
what's
those,
quite cool on the
those
tabletop, these
Cathay
guys have a rule
boxes
called the
are going to be
Noospheric
nearly
Network, where they can
impossible
transfer
to get a
power
hold
from
of.
one server to another. One's maybe shut
Like,
down.
those
and transferred
Cathay
from APL
boxes
over to
are
another,
going
which
to
is really
sell
good fun.
so
Different
fucking
servitors have
fast
different rules. We've got the
that
breacher
it's gonna
servitors
be
who can knock
awful.
holes through
It's gonna be
walls, and the gun services
it's
and combat
already
services
hard to
carry
get
a
old world
huge
stuff.
array
Like,
of
there's
exotic
already a
weaponry,
ridiculous
including
amount of
a
old
heavy
world
arc
models
rifle,
that don't
incendiary igniters, and
sell,
phosphor
or
blasters,
that
which all sound
sell so
terrifying.
much you cannot get them.
Great fun.
And it's
Now, coming
infuriating.
alongside those two kill teams in the box is the dossier, of course, which is where you would find the full rules for both the kill teams, but also has really loads
I think
of
the
extra
Tyranids look
stuff
really
in there
good.
as well. You see all the tokens and things, the cards that come in the box. Inside the dossier, you'll find
Do we know when they're going to be
the
sold?
Joint Ops and
Knowing
Adversary
Games
Ops mission
Workshop,
packs
I
in here
would
as
guess
well.
Cathay will
The
probably
Joint Ops
come
is
out
really
in
good fun.
like
That's where the Hormigans
June
and
or
the Rippers
July.
get in the
They
box that
usually
come
announce
into
these
play
things,
as well,
like, really
because
early.
there is a tree campaign for playing through the narrative of the
it's
Tyranid invasion
not a
on
good
High
business
Basilicus.
practice,
And the
but
Hormigans are your NPO,
it's
non-player operatives
unfortunately
that you
just
get
how
in
they
there,
do it.
with full data cards and rules for using those.
Is there a
to
chance of
fight
Kislev
against
making it
with
into
your
the
friends,
overworld?
which is
No,
quite good
Marco,
fun.
it's
But
literally
also in the
100%
box, people
guaranteed.
have noticed, we showed off
I
on one
say that
community, a little
with
while ago,
complete
the
confidence.
Tyranid infestation terrain kill
It is,
zone upgrades.
in,
Tell me what we've got here.
my
Spore chimneys,
educated
capillary
opinion,
towers,
it is
gestation sacs,
100%
skewer groves,
Kislev is
underbrood
coming to the
mounds,
old world. I don't know
capillary roots,
when,
spore vents, and
but they're
brood nests.
coming.
There's a lot. Chimneys and vents pump out spores. Capillary towers act as conduits, so when the Hive Fleet arrives, that's where they're basically going to get all the biomatter up from. And gestation sacs.
Depends on the scene. My local
Yeah, it's
LGS can't
disgusting.
move old
It's
world
such
stuff.
great terrain
It would be
and
nice
a really
if
nice
that
way
was a
of
problem I had.
really adding a lot of flavour to your kill zone. And
'Cause I'll
in
tell you
standard
that
games,
Games
they provide
Workshop
light cover or
cannot
heavy cover as you
fucking-
might expect. But
Games
actually, in the
Workshop
joint
cannot
op
keep
missions,
any of
they're
their
also used as
goddamn old world
objective
shit in
markers
stock.
for you to investigate
Like,
or destroy,
literally
or
anywhere
spawn
in the
points
world,
for Tyranid
anywhere in the
reinforcements to
world.
come
It
out
doesn't
of,
matter where
which
your
is
scene is.
terrifying
If
as
you try
well.
and buy
It's
from
just a beautiful
GW,
set of terrain,
it
and it's
is-
really nice
there's
to see
always
some
shit
sort
sold
of
out,
classic
and it's
Tyranid terrain from
infuriating.
yesteryear made into a plastic set for your battlefield as well. Tyranid
Especially-
players
like,
all over the
especially
place,
anything
you want to
that's
get your
new.
claws on these.
Like a ton
So
of
there we
2K
go. That is
Draconian
Kill
stuff
Team
still
Typhon
gone.
coming
It's
very
huge pain in the
soon.
ass.
Got a little bit of time for
Drives me
some
crazy.
questions again from the chat. Ed, anything else we want to fire our way?
Well, obviously, the big one is for both kill teams, are we going to see rules for them in 40k?
So, like,
right now, of
LGS
course,
is-
we do
I
have
mean,
rules for
LGSs
Ravenous
are
and
always a
Tyranid credits
toss-up.
already, which you can use these models to represent. Are we going to see full rules for both kill teams in their entirety? Well, we're not sure yet, but keep your eyes on One Community, and there may well be more news coming on those soon. Yeah, watch One Community for that one, I reckon. Anything else, Ed?
Yeah, we're getting a lot of questions about the Imperial Knights Codex and Chaos Knights Codex. Just keep watching. Obviously, when we get to 40k, we'll cover those. Is this part of a High Fleet Typhon offensive in the lore?
Ooh, so as I mentioned before, basically the Raveners could be deposited on a planet well ahead of the Hive Fleet. And
All I know is I
that
got
years,
Miao
if
Ying,
not
so I
decades.
literally don't give a shit
So
about anything else in this
it
show.
could
I
be
got what I wanted.
precursor to an invasion, but it also
Tyranid
might
terrain
have
looks
been
like
a little
Slanesh
option.
Corruption and Total
So
War Armor
you
3.
don't get-
Well,
Fingers crossed it's not a full invasion there.
there's
right?
only so much you can do with tentacly
Stay on your side, sir.
shitting,
Anything else, Ed, that you wanna
shitness,
go with?
Yeah, final thing about
buggy
obviously,
vibes,
Ravenous
you know,
got
like
some time.
Slanesh.
In terms of build
Slanesh and
options, we're
Tyranids do
seeing,
have a
you know,
lot of
normal
overlap,
Ravenous,
like
you can build
vibe-wise.
multiple of each one. Basically, what we're going to do.
Where it's like, oh, Tyranids
basically
are all
you
about
can
like
build, you
big
could
tentacle
build all 5
structures
Ravenous
with
as a Ravener
with
warrior,
fleshy
which is
bits
the Ravener
and
you could see,
chitin,
in
right?
a sort of Ravener squad
And
of
or
40,000
chitin, however you say
There's
it.
also full rules for
And,
Ravener warriors in Kill Team
Slanesh
2, so if you wanted to build
has
5
the
Ravener
same thing.
warriors, you could use that as your kill
So
team,
it's
no
like-
probs at all. As for the other options, you get the enough bits to build one of each, so 1 Prime, 1 Wrecker.
Yeah, Time Pirate. That's not unusual.
One of each of the other ones you
Like
can
I
build
know,
there as well.
I have
so
an
not multiple
LGS that's
space.
very Age of Sigmar heavy.
Excellent.
Like
Okay,
Old
so
World and
it's time to
40k are
roll.
not as
What's
popular there as AOS is.
Heading to the Mortal Realms.
There we go.
Speaking of AOS, What do we got going on here? What the hell is this? Oh, it's a new... What? A gaming pack? Okay. I guess this is like a skirmish format game? That's kind of weird. I mean, depending on the price... I mean, new Spearhead boxes, okay. Depending on the price, those could be... Oh, right. Spearhead is the box first. Yeah. I mean, depending on what the price of that is, I might get the Seraphon box. I'm into the stream? Yes, because they like to play music that gets the stream flagged, and then GW literally steals all the money.
A whole load of new and exciting additions. You fight in 2 areas of the Realm of Death. Double death!
You love this, don't you?
Yes, you've got Ossia and
I will say,
Telugu,
depending on the
and
price,
you've got
I
2 sides
will
of that
get
board,
that Seraphon box.
with Ossia,
Because that
Sorcery,
Seraphon box has some
Decay,
really
you've
good
got the
shit.
Necropolis, Blood, Delusion, Grief, and Night, the 5 more targets that we know of. And they basically
Notification is broken?
sites of ancient
Which
power and
notification?
red temples to those Mortarks, but they're not set
That
up
is-
the
that is
same way
vague.
we've seen before.
No, you're right. There's a nice little variation between the Fire and Jade, the previous games as well, to give you really good variation on your games depending on which realm you fight in. You'll also notice that on this board in front of us, the green one here, you've got one huge objective in the middle with the other 4 smaller ones around it, which makes that central one super.
Has anybody
important to
played
have
Spearhead?
and
Like,
if you look on the top left of the
I know
purple
the
board there, that means
desire
you've got 4
behind
objectives
it
on
was for it to
but
be
2 of
like
them are super close in the
super
center, so
balanced.
There's going to be a big old scrap there as well. Both boards really sort of want you to get into the action fight, which is great fun. You also notice on the screen as well, we've got some new terrain features here as well. This is the new mystical terrain that's being added in, which can either be set up on the board to start the game, or maybe brought in through one of the twists in the game as well. We've got the Crypt of Blood, where your fighters can take an unholy draft and try and best their
It's very
in
good.
combat, but at what cost? And the Icon of
Maybe I should try
Narnia,
it.
which is the statue there, which you can sort of call upon the veiled promises of the icon, and maybe it will help you, maybe it won't. Bit of a big risk there, but it's nice to see cool options in here as well as the new updated.
It's nice to
battle
get
tactics,
it's nice to get the new
commands,
Sunblood
it's
model
really
out of
feel like you're playing
the
Realm of Death, so it's a very different
without
approach
having to
what it is
necessarily
right
pick up
now.
the Underworld
Great fun,
Warband.
and definitely want to get your hands on. But alongside this box set, we've also got some new spearheads coming as well.
So it looks like you get the Hunters of
So the first one we're
Haunchy,
gonna have a look at is the
10
Ogre
Saurus
Wolf
Warriors,
Now, basically, you're gonna
3
have a filter in the
birds,
center with a bunch of Noblars around, as well as those 8
and a
ogres.
spawn of
Now,
Chotek.
they pack an
That's a pretty good
absolute
box.
punch, don't they?
They really do. They really do. They're terrifying. Don't get anywhere near them. But yeah, a really hitty spearhead, that one there. We've also got the Seraphon Sunblood Prowlers as well.
I totally forgot Noblars were a thing in Total War for a minute,
So
or
these
in tabletop.
basically
I feel like it's been forever since I've seen a Noblar mini.
Then you've got that big block of Saurus warriors.
I
all
love the
led
new
by
Seraphon,
that
dude.
Sunblood.
Lizardmen look so
Terrifying
much.
combat.
They look so
the
fucking
Hunters
good.
actually definitely go for
Look how
nothing around
gorgeous those
grabbing,
minis are.
Battle tactics. But if
I just
you don't
wanna
fancy
kiss
doing
them.
quite so
They're so
mobile,
pretty.
You could instead go for the Cities of Sigmar Fusel Platoon and just shoot people off the table with all your guns and your crossbows.
Indeed, they're a mobile gunnery brigade, basically with 2 elements. You've got the Will.
That's like an all-ranged army. Good
and then
lord.
You've got those 2 units of Free Guild Fusiliers that basically.
Looks like the only melee in this army is like the
They're
dogs
definitely
and the
better
ogre.
than that, so they want
Everything
to
else
special,
is
but of
just
course you want to
range.
score more battle tactics by doing that.
Lordy.
But I tell you what, if you want to go for a
When are we getting
smaller,
new
more
ogre
elite
bull
force,
models?
take a look at
When
the Ossiarch bonus with mortar down there.
hell freezes
Just
over,
9 models,
probably.
but what 9 models they are.
Oh yeah, when we talk about sort of the Ossiarch, we usually
Ugh, that's a very
think of the
elite.
rank of
That's a
available troops.
super
The
elite
Watsons of the
Ossiarch
Order of
Bone Reaper
Spectres
force.
will assemble these kind of cohorts when they want to improve their bone shaping skills in battle. And as you said, it's a highly elite force.
Yeah, there's not a model there that hasn't got at least health 4, and most of them have a 3+ save as well. So these guys are tough. There's not many of them, so good luck trying to score your battle tactics with those guys, because you're going to have to really think about how you do it. As a tactician might have to with the Ossiarch Bone Reapers.
Yes. Now that's not all there is for the Age of Sigmar. We've got the Scourge of Gairan. Now this is an exciting new seasonal event building up to the launch of the General's Handbook in summer. Now, on the run-up to that release...
Okay, so we got a
there's
story
daily
event.
articles on Warhammer Community with short stories in video form, along with new rules updates.
Video form short stories? That's interesting. Instead of just
But
text.
every faction is getting at least one updated War Scroll card for an existing unit.
Huh.
That's right, and they're going to be match play legal from the release of the new General's Handbook, which is going to be the climax of the Scourge of Garen season. We see that new General's Handbook arrive. It's that time of year. Here it is, and the difference here with the General's Handbook this time round is rather than just being a book, it's actually a complete box inside which is your 72-page book. You've got your battle plan and battle tactics cards. There's manifestation and lore scroll.
Oh, well, that's kind of nice. At least they're not like selling all the other shit as part of a separate thing. It's just all together now.
Age of Sigmar General, which you want to get your hands on. Tell me where we are.
I need to get back into AOS.
Garen is
Like I
sometimes
loved playing it. I just got out of it because I just got busy and I haven't gotten around to getting back into it. I need to. I enjoyed playing it. I just let myself get busy.
Monstrous insects, rapidly changing seasons. Nowhere is safe.
That sounds awful. Sounds like a perfect place to have your battles of Warhammer Age of Sigmar. Now,
Maybe I'll try and get back in for the 25-26 season.
We're not going to tell you too much right now. In fact, we're going to.
It's just the area around me is very competitive.
There'll be some hints.
Like the AOS players in my area are fucking like they're scary. It is not it is not a casual friendly zone.
It's time to take a few more questions from the chat. Ed, what are folks saying out there in the world of Chatland?
Okay, I've combined a couple into one here, which is Fire and Jade still going to be supported, and will old Spearhead boxes still be allowed to play?
How are we feeling so far? Is that I hope that's not it for AOS. I was really hoping they were going to show the Chaos Dwarfs.
Available. You can download the rules for free on Warhammer Community already. You can get the
AOS 4. Yeah, I've heard really good things about AOS 4. I've heard very good things about AOS 4.
Yep, absolutely. It's an expansion to the game. It's not a replacement.
Like I've heard the gameplay itself is a good time. So like I said, I'd like to get into it.
We've got another great question. One of our viewers has noticed that the Seraphon are led by a unit rather than a single character. How does that work?
Indeed, do you want to take this one again?
Yeah, okay, so yes, you're right. Some of the we've seen some of the spearheads being led by units. We saw it first with the Gloomspike Gits. We're being led by that Snarl boss on his Snarlfang. We've also now got the Sunblood pack leading the Seraphon, and the Man Trappers leading the Ogres as well. Some of them work in a different way. So the Ogres sort of is a hunter with a few tokens around him.
Okay, I was just curious if they were okay. The weird thing about the Sunblood is that you have to run him as part of his little unit. I don't think you can legally run him as just a hero. I think he has to go with the unit, which is fine, but it's a little weird. Scourge of Gyran, the Thread of Impreg. I mean that would be scary. that would be scary.
But before we do, there's more stuff coming in the future for Warhammer Age of Sigmar. So let's take a look ahead at what's coming in the future.
Okay.
Coming now, we've got the Soulblight Gravelords,
Oh,
followed on by that Spearhead expansion, Sand and Bone, and then the General's Handbook.
Taking a look a bit further forwards into the future, we have
anything
the Adepticon
exciting?
and Nighthaunt.
Oh, Nighthaunt book
soon with the Blades of Corn and the Caldron Overlords floating our way.
I really
as
hope
well.
Deepkin gets some new minis. Deepkin
further
desperately
into
need
the
new
future.
minis.
Ooh, I wonder what that could be.
That could be one of. I got at least 3 things in my mind, but I tell you what, guys, if you're out there, if you've got an idea of what that could be, let us know in the chat, and we'll see what you think.
Is that?
That's a good one, actually. That could be.
Yeah.
I've got at least 2 in my mind. It could definitely be. Right.
I mean, that looks like Flesh Eater
Let's
Quartz.
take a move forwards into the 41st millennium, and boy, have we got a lot of things.
I thought for sure they were gonna do.
Let's start off then with the chapter approved deck. It's that season. We've seen the General's Handbook already.
I thought they were gonna do
2025. Sorry, to 20.
Most stuff. Okay, I don't care about this. All right, let's go to the Warhammer article and check out the Cathay article real quick. Yeah, that looked like Flesh Eater Quartz. That didn't look like anything super crazy. Let's see. The Threat of Empire loses the Northern Race is interesting. Finding consumes the Empire of Man. The other forces of Order are beleaguered, locked into their own battles while Beastmen and Orcs and Goblins rampage against them. The Great Cathay is the realm of the Celestial Dragon Emperor Shen Yang, an immortal who's ruled for over 5,000 years. Interesting. I'll just check on chat. If they do anything interesting with 40k, let me know. No, it didn't look like Bale Taurus. It looked vampire-y. Nation follows the philosophies and teachings of the Emperor to the letter. With the old world a period of upheaval. Oh, what's interesting is that I don't think Shin Yang is supposed to be here yet. Or I think he's supposed to be gone. Isn't this supposed to be the age of darkness and disharmony? Or is he not left yet? Because I thought he was supposed to have been gone by now. But I guess not? Huh. Like every faction, Grand Cathay receives a battalion box considering 50 plastic miniatures, 30 Jade Warriors, 2 units of 15 or 3 units of 10, supported by 10 Jade Lancers. You also come with an artillery piece that can either be built as a Grand Canyon or a Fire Rain rocket. Jade Warriors, the core of standing armies, equipped with fine weapons and armor. They're named from the stone sacred to the Dragon Emperor, represents the implacable nature of his empire. They can either have hand weapons, shield, or halberds. Cool. The cavalry, exceptional warriors recruited from the ranks. I'll just keep checking in on this. Oh, what's that? Hold up. They're doing something. That's a big corn thing. I think it's just a new character model. I'm gonna be honest, I don't really care, but I'm just double checking to make sure nothing crazy happens. Hey, he looks alright. His sword like fused into his arm. That's interesting. Because it's like the same design, but one's made out of like flesh and one's metal. Alright, I'm just gonna skip. Okay, I don't care. So we've got yeah, these swift heavy cavalry are trained to fight in the narrow alleyways, bridges, and tunnels of their home kingdom. It's very interesting that they're trained to fight in narrow spaces. That's actually really interesting. Therefore, they're very scary when let loose in open terrain. The forges of Nangao are constantly at work. So okay, so we know one of the sub armies is definitely going to be Nangao themed. Cathay Grand Canyons are some of their finest work. Crafted look like roaring dragons. They belch cannonballs straight true into enemy ranks. Fire Rain rocket batteries less accurate, hailing a launch of deadly explosives that sow ruin, crewed by skilled disciples from the House of Smoke and Powder, which I look forward to learning more about. But that's not all. What else do they have? The Shukengen Lord on Great Spirit Longma. Whew. Over the years, Celestial Dragon's children sired a great many descendants. These are Shukengen Lord's mortals, touched with just a little of their sire's power. Warrior generals who proudly lead from the front, masters of martial arts and the elemental winds of magic. They sometimes ride the Great Spirit Longma, majestic creatures with savage iron talons and a crown of horns. Very cool. Very cool. Okay, they're showing off Death Guard guy. Okay. Wasn't this guy already revealed? Didn't this guy get leaked? Okay, but I don't care. Okay. We've got the Gate Masters of the Celestial City. Jade Warrior garrisons are commanded by Gate Masters of Celestial Cities, veterans who have served for at least a decade to earn a chance of promotion. They are experts at defense, gauging the lay of the land ahead of battle, and acting with Lord Magistrates who trust these learned warriors above all others. Cool. Sky Lanterns. Few of the Celestial Dragon's forces are ingenious at the Sky Lanterns, dirigibles held aloft by fabulously decorated paper that sits above a caged vermilion warbird and steered by a crew riding an armored gondola. I was kind of hoping we'd get to, like, see the warbird, but I guess not. The new 40 corn thing does have a Karanak model. I thought Karanak got... Oh! It's the robots for the 1,000 Suns. I think the paint job is supposed to make them look like older, but it doesn't look very good when it's zoomed in on. 1,000 Sun robots. There's 2 of them. Looks like maybe some new sorcerer models though. They got chaos robots. they got dust people and the robots. Are they really bringing back Karanak? Because I thought Karanak got put into Legends. Because like his mini is not old. Like his mini is practically brand new. Okay, so it looks like a weird random assortment for each of the Chaos factions. Oh, hey Gingivitis, what's up? All right. From this lofty vantage point, a magistrate observes the battle using flags and banners signal enemy movements to generals below. Provide artillery with instructions to fire without line of sight. Very cool. When the foe ventures too close, pairs of crane gunners snipe at them while the crew drops incendiary bombs. Dude, look at the... Oh my god, the Sentinel looks so good. The Sentinel looks so fucking good, dude. Oh, they said they were bringing it back. Oh, cool. Born of the dragons, mastered the elemental winds. Cathayan sentinels are towering statues fashioned to look like great warriors. Travelers may notice them inert, dotted around cities or standing guard over bridges. Legends tell that they are the remnants of a once vast army created by the Dragon Emperor in the distant past when chaos threatened Cathay before. Okay, so that's actually kind of interesting. The phrasing that they use here, this implies that like the Terracotta Sentinels are the Terracotta Army. Cathayan Sentinel. Well, okay, so they don't call them Terracotta Sentinels because they talked about that not all of them are made out of terracotta. Some are, but yeah, see, Sentinels are constructed materials such as terracotta, jade, and even warpstone. With each material affording different properties. They are silent observers until roused, while there are monstrous combatants of unstoppable force. So it wouldn't be correct to call them terracotta sentinels because they're not all made out of terracotta. So Cathayan sentinel. But terracotta sentinel, I think, for someone that's learning about them for the first time, I think a terracotta sentinel is a better phrase to illustrate what they're based off, because obviously they're based off the terracotta army, right, the terracotta soldiers, which I think this very much implies that Cathay does not have man-sized ones, that terracotta already has that Cathay only has the giant ones and that's it. I don't think there's man-sized versions, which is interesting. That, I hate this thing. It's so goofy looking. Bro, that is such a goofy looking mech. Ugh, Space Marines. Grey Knights, whatever. We already have a Warpstone Terracotta Sentinel in the game. Like, we literally already have the Warpstone version in the game. It's the Regiment of Renown one. that's literally what it is. No more Jade Longlegs. I mean, they might, maybe, I don't know, maybe the regular units call that. Dude, Miao Ying. Oh, that many. Oh, that many. Oh my god, it's so good. It's so good. No lesser personage than the Supreme Matriarch of Nangal has made the perilous journey to the old world to lead the forces of Great Cathay against the forces of evil. The eldest living daughter. So, okay, so, that's super, it's, I'm so curious. I really, really, really want to read the book, because this basically says what she says in Total War, but it also, like, argues with itself. So, like, supposedly, according to the short story we got, Shyama is the oldest daughter, but Shyama is dead. So this would still be accurate, that she is the oldest living daughter of the Celestial Dragon Emperor. But then, supposedly, it seems to be implied that Yuan Bo might be older than his other siblings. So he might be older than Miao Ying, which would still be fine, according to the sentence, because she would still be the eldest living daughter.
X100.
So,
the jokes we're gonna make when you paint Miao Ying on stream.
Oh, I'll paint her, all right. Yeah, eldest living daughter. The only thing that tells us is that she is older than Yin Yin. She's older than, I don't know if Shinzu counts, but she's older than Yin Yin. She's probably older than, well, no, we know she's older than Shinzu. But living and eldest are both qualifiers. Or living and daughter are both qualifiers. She's not the eldest child. She's the eldest living daughter. So, as far as, like, we know for sure, it seems to still be the case that Shyama was the oldest daughter, but she's dead. And it's certainly possible that Yuan Bo is still the oldest, period. Or at least the oldest that's alive. But he's a son. But I still want to see it in writing before we're like, oh, this is definitely the case. Oh, she looks so good, dude. She looks so good. Oh my god. Oh my god, she looks so good. A warrior and sorcerer of consummate power, the Storm Dragon assumes two forms in battle. A human crackling with arcane energy, and a noble dragon to strike terror in the black hearts of foes. Perhaps now she'll be able to restore balance to the old world. Stay tuned for a series of old world almanacs that will go into further detail on these warriors of balance and harmony, as well as the beastmen and the wood elves. I could not be happier, dude. I could not be happier. What the fuck's going on here? Oh, are they releasing like a big Corn versus... Model's so goofy. So they're doing like a big Corn versus Grey Knights box, I guess? Is it a new game mode, or is it just a box set? Oh! We got... Space Wolves. I don't know if any of these are new. I like how Slanesh is left out because he's too new. He doesn't get any new toys. Okay, so it looks like oh, it's a crusade? Also, Space Wolves are getting their own book. So are they going back to all of the legions having their own books? Hold on.
Everybody there will have noticed a whole new raft of Space Wolves.
Oh, they're here. The Space Wolves are here. We've been waiting for them for a long time. And it's great to see a fantastic new range of miniatures coming your way.
Hold on, I'm going to at least
Space
pretend
Wolves.
to care for a minute.
Let's take a look because, I mean, look at these.
Are these all new?
It's just we've waited and waited,
wolves look
and
nice.
here they are.
The priest dude
what we're
looks
seeing
cool.
right now is the Space Wolves Army launch set coming to you soon. Included in there is the new Wolf Priest, the new Battle Leader, the new Head Takers, the Blood Claws, and the Grey Hunters. We're all getting new miniatures there. We'll talk about all of these.
Okay,
We've
so
got
these
the
are all
new
new
codex
minis.
in there as well. Oh wow. What a force.
they
Let's
look
have
okay.
a look at some of the models a bit closer, shall we?
They look
Starting
alright.
off with the Wolf Priest. Now,
Wolf Priest
my,
looks,
my
Wolf
compatriot
Priest
Sam
looks
here
pretty
tells
cool.
me that aside from a random Games Day miniature some 20 years ago, this is the
Pretend
first
harder.
time Games Workshop has done a Wolf Priest miniature, so it's great to see. And I'm right in thinking this is a kind of mix between
They've
an apothecary
never
and a
done a
chaplain.
Wolf Priest mini?
Indeed, their duties are to
They've
observe the
never
warring
done
tribes
a
of
Wolf Priest
Fenris
mini?
and
Really?
To sort of select potential aspirants. They harvest gene seed, they tend to the wounded, but they're also spiritual advisors.
Harvest
preparing their
gene
brothers
seed,
for
I bet they
mental
do.
and spiritual trials.
It's really nice. This model's actually got quite a few options here as well. You've got head options, helmeted, bare heads as well.
Well, maybe they meant he's the
in-game,
first generic
you can
one.
restore wounds to units that you've joined, and also add one to melee wound rolls, the Litany of Hates. It's got rules from both the Apothecarium and the Chaplaincy as well, which is just cool. Also in the box set, we've got another leader, the Wolfguard Battle Leader. Might be my favourite model of the box, this one.
Yeah, it looks alright.
It's so cool. Again, lots of options here. Helmeted, bare heads, different weapon options as
I always
well.
find it really
Who are the
funny
Wolfguard Battle
when
Leaders?
So these guys are members
Space
of the
Marines
Wolfguard,
wear
and they're deputized
fur
into
over
leading
their
warriors on the
armor.
battlefield. They're essentially the
Because,
equivalent
like,
of a Space Marine
in
lieutenant.
any other setting, you go, oh, it makes sense why they're wearing furs because they're fucking cold. And it also provides like some extra armor and stuff. But the Space Wolves are literally just cosplaying furries. Like, anyone that wears fur over their armor among Space Marines is just a dork. They're just a fucking dork, dude.
You
It's
want these
not
guys
doing
leading your
anything
units
for
into
them. It's
combat,
literally just
specifically
like, they're
your
like, oh, but it
Wolfguard
looks
Head
cool.
Takers, your Grey Hunters, or your Blood Claws, which is the next new unit we're going to have a look
It's
at
like,
here.
alright, dude.
Look at these. What a great update on an iconic Space Wolf unit. These guys are the sort of the newer Space Wolves. Loads of
Grand
options all over the
Cathay
kit,
is
including
real.
different heads and things as well. They're wearing
dude.
slightly lighter armor than other
It's not
Marines
only
as well,
real,
so they look
it's
like they're a bit
like-
newer. That suits their background.
It's like
they're young and impetuous, and they need to
insane.
prove themselves, temper themselves in battle.
Like,
all
we
chapters,
got
training is harsh and
Cathayan
extensive, but
Sentinels,
battlefield
we got
experience is the
Shukagan
most
Lords
valuable,
on
and so the Blood Claws are
Longba,
not
we got
discouraged from
Sky
taking up positions in the
Lanterns.
vanguard.
That's pretty cool.
And we got-
Now,
fucking
Blood Claws
Miao
have been in the
Ying.
past. These guys are
So,
combat
yeah,
soldiers carrying their
it's
Astartes
real.
chainsword and their bolt pistol. But the big news here is, like all Space Wolves,
Dude, no,
infantry
a
and
Chaos
tactics
Warrior
armor,
makes
they
more
are
sense,
movement
though.
7. So
Because
they're
the
fast running
Chaos
Space Wolves,
Warriors
they're desperate
are
to get
not
into
in,
combat.
like,
They're cunning
fucking
hunters as well, allowing them
insane
to reroll
bullshit
1s to wounds.
Space
If
Marine
the
armor.
target is
Space
in range
Marine
of
armor
objectives,
is
they
like a
can reroll all
whole
wounds,
different
which is pretty
can
cool.
of
Just like the
worms
Grey Hunters,
to
who are
Chaos
the
armor.
other
Chaos armor
iconic
is just
Space
heavy
Wolf
plate.
unit, which we are seeing new
It's
models for here as
magic
well.
heavy
Again,
plate.
all plastic, loads of options for the pack leader, lots of options all over the kits to really personalise your Marines, which is perfect for the Grey Hunters, as they're sort of...
That's
they're
not
more
going to
the
make you
veteran
less
Marines, aren't they?
cold.
Yeah, so they've survived long enough as Blood Claws.
If anything,
to
it's
be
going to make you
hunters,
more
and this is
cold.
when the Canis Helix is really presenting a bit more apparently. So they've got grey hairs, fangs, rougher skin.
I wanted to
Like
look at
thrilling
if they
developments
showed
that we
out
love with the
anything
Space
else in the
Wolves.
Beastmen
They're
What Else
really
thing.
closely bonded units, so they work independently or as part of a larger force. They're stalwart,
Because there's
unreliable, and hold
there's
that sort of
probably going to be a
fire
lot more
against the Blood
garbage.
Claws. They're
Not in a bad way, but like a
core
lot more stuff.
part
Oh
of the
look!
Space Wolf force.
Oh, they're bringing back the
Absolutely
old
cool. These
dragon
guys
that has
are
the
great at
Sisters of
everything.
Twilight
They
in it.
have Astartes chainsword, so they can pack
They're
a punch
bringing
in
back
combat.
they're bringing
Equally
back the
carries
Wood
bolt
Elf dragon.
carbine, allowing to fire up to 3 shots
Silence.
apiece. The pack leader can have a power
Space
pistol or a
Marine
power
bullshit.
weapon. But the big news here, as well as the fact that they can move 7 inches.
Okay. So we've got returning metal miniatures.
Apiece, which makes them
So we've
absolutely
got
perfect for
Orion.
holding and
I
capturing
fucking
objectives
hate
from
that
the
they do
enemy.
this.
They are
Please
absolutely
stop
cool.
releasing
I
these
hate to admit it,
garbage
they
old
might be
minis.
one of the
God,
best,
they're ugly.
core
These ones are
battle
okay.
units
They're not
in the
great, but they're
Imperial
okay.
forces.
So we
So
got
yeah,
the
get your
Glade
hands on all your
Lords,
claws,
the
those
mounted
custom
ones.
claws.
The stag is
Up
hideous.
next, we've got the elites of the force.
Like look how
Seekers
ugly
and their
that mini
hunting
is.
groups.
It's terrible.
So the head takers
It's
tend to be
terrible.
Those Wolfguard who still retain some of their
Please
useful
bury
weapons.
the metal
Specialized
minis.
hunting damage,
Let them
champions,
die.
warlords,
Let them rest in
and wolves
peace.
that
They've
are
earned it.
closely bonded to
Let
and
them
it's so
rest.
strong that it's almost as if they act as one.
All right, so we got Aeroloth, who looks fantastic.
Elite infantry,
Blade
similar
Guard
to,
looks
Blade Guard,
fine.
veterans you
They
might
look
recognise
great.
from Space Marines.
Eternal Guard
They
look
have loads
good.
of options. There's
Wildwood
no
Rangers
limitation
look
to options
good.
in the kit for your bare helmets,
Glade Riders
or
look
your
good.
bare heads or your helmeted. There's lots of Space Wolf kits, which is great because that really suits them.
Wild
You can
Riders
give these
and
guys
Sisters of the
different
Thorn,
options. They can
good,
come
fine,
with a
great, cool.
mastercrafted power weapon and shield, or a pair of mastercrafted power
Anything
weapons with 6 attacks
else?
apiece.
Oh, they're bringing Drycha back? Oh, they're just okay. They're just running her as a branch wraith.
Which is quite interesting. So you can run them around.
Good old
separately.
Drycha with her wood titty out. Ew! They're bringing back the like ugly tree man.
Select one enemy unit to
Ew!
quarry, and they get devastating wounds. And
Ew!
quarry, and when they've killed it, they just select a new unit and a new quarry, which is terrifying. Of course,
Tree King? What the fuck is a Tree King? The rest of the forest comes alive as the Tree King, Tree Man, and Warhawk Riders. Are they supposed to be like? Is that what like the new worm? Is that the new term for like ancient tree man? Are ancient tree men just called tree kings now?
Complete your saga.
That's weird.
Get additional rules, which is really cool.
Eh.
In Crusade, there are new Oathsworn campaigns, expanding on those in Space Marines Codex.
Okay, so we're getting Orion, King of the Woods, and we're getting a Wild Hunt Army of Infamy. And we're also getting Aeroloth, Lord of Talzin, with a Talzin Army of Infamy. Oh, they probably meant Tree Kin. You're right. It was probably Tree Kin. I was like, the fuck is a Tree King? It's probably Tree Kin. You're right. Okay, so we have it confirmed that it's just Orion and Aeroloth, and that they both get Armies of Infamy. Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, and an awful lot of Space Wolf players I've met as well, to be fair. You know who you guys are. Well, that's an incredible range of miniatures coming.
Bro, they even know like how ugly the old minis are, because look what the release box is. Like the box set for the Wood Elves is nothing but the pretty models. Like it's nothing but the actual good minis. It's gonna be interesting though to see like what's gonna happen with the Forest Spirits. Like, because obviously a lot of the Forest Spirit range is fundamental to the AOS range. So are they just gonna cut the Wood Elf army?
They are indeed.
Are they just gonna cut it in half? Like, am I gonna be able to play with Dryads and Treemen and Ancient Treemen and stuff and like Durthu? I mean, obviously we know Durthu's not in the first book, but that's fine, whatever. There's only like 2 characters.
About that, so just keep your eyes on Warhammer Community for now.
Or are they? Is it just gonna be like elves with just Treekin and Treemen?
Imperial Knights. Obviously, on
Because
the
I will say,
back,
that's gonna fucking suck if they make it where you just can't run, like, fundamental parts of the Wood Elf army.
We will answer that momentarily.
Yeah, the battalion's great. I think the battalion's awesome.
Chaos Knights. Do you know if they're ever getting a named character? That's another question that's been asked since the beginning.
Alright, let's see what the Beastmen are getting. They haven't. I don't see any Famir stuff yet, which makes me nervous, but it's not necessarily a guarantee because they like to keep a lot of stuff hidden until the book actually comes out.
If we haven't talked about it here, we can't.
Are Tree Spirits in the Forces of Fantasy book? I don't remember. My book's not in here.
Again, same thing. Been announced on Warcom.
Anybody in here play Wood Elves for Old World?
Are they all releasing at the same time, or are they staggered?
But like, look, you can see they're re-releasing the Forest Dragon. So there's the old Forest Dragon mini that you could build the Sisters of Twilight on. That mini's actually not that bad. Like, I mean, the rider, from what I can tell, the rider looks like he's probably really ugly, but like the dragon model's pretty decent. It's very serpentine. I'm 90% sure this is the model that you could build the Sisters of Twilight out of. Yeah, okay, yeah. So dryads are in. Okay, yeah. So dryads are in Old World. Okay, so yeah, you could run all your forest spirits. That's fine.
From the Astra Militarum,
The sisters had a different dragon.
Yarrick is, as far as the Imperium is concerned, deceased. There was a great memorial for him. So unfortunately,
That's the same model. It's the same mini, dude.
Well, at least
Like there's different stuff in the kit, but it's like there's different bits, but it's the same mini. It's like how if you buy the Griffin mini right now, if you go buy a Total War Warhammer, if you go buy a Old World Griffin, it still has the bits to make Karl Franz. Like obviously you cannot play him as Karl Franz, but it has all the bits for Karl Franz in the box still. So if you want to build it as Karl Franz, you can. This is the exact same dragon model.
In fact,
like,
should we take a look right now?
He's got the same tail, he's got the same wings, it's the same mini. So there's probably going to be the bit, I assume there will be bits in it, but...
Suns, they're going to be marching in with those new Sector robots. Then we've got the Space Wolves howling in, the World Eaters, finally the Death Guard are going to make...
I mean, plastic, I don't know.
Ultima cheered.
They haven't confirmed
I can never
what
get
they're going to
used
make
to
it out
how
of
ugly
yet.
the weapons look in the old world. Why are so thick and clunky? Why can't they look like Chaos?
Because here it looks like the sisters were metal and the dragon was plastic?
Chaos Knights and Imperial Knights are stomping over the horizon as we speak.
And then a little bit further on...
Okay, they're just showing, like, little hints.
Now,
I mean, looking at this, it looks like the dragon's plastic and the sisters are metal.
And in the far, far future, something's coming. It's a shadowy shape. What could it be?
Oh, what could it be? Another fucking Space Marine, or maybe Votan if they're lucky, but probably a Space Marine.
Yeah.
Because they all fucking look the same.
That's what's coming for the future for Warhammer.
You could show a silhouette of over half the 40k factions, and you would literally not be able to tell the difference.
Anything else that's burning? People want to know.
All right, so Beastmen Brayherds.
You know where we're at with the current edition.
Looks like the Famir thing might be false, which makes me sad.
Nothing to report at the moment.
Let's see. Oh, it's got notes about Beast Tongue. So the armies of infamy are the wild herds and the all-devouring Minotaur blood herds. They don't mention the characters though, which is interesting. Returning plastic. This is so goofy. Returning plastic miniatures. These are Age of Sigmar minis. So these are like very, very new. So for them to say returning in plastic is super obnoxious. So they're bringing back the chieftain and the shaman. Let's see, Ungors, which have not aged very well in my opinion. Gors look okay. Bestigors are not terrible. I think that's an 8th edition kit. Minotaurs.
We saw Kilty.
Yeah. Gorgon and Cygor. Cool.
What's been your favorite of the
and then we got Kralma, the Doom Bull. Oh, the Praeton! Hey! I'll applaud that. The Praeton is back, baby!
Playing Sand and Bone. and I can't wait to see.
Prayton! Oh, the Prayton's back! I'm so happy! That's really cool!
An absolute blast. Thank you
So
much,
is the
guys, for joining us
Jabberslite
here
and
on
the
TV.
Cockatrice!
Just a quick
Which,
one, if you wanna
hey,
see
as
any
of
more
yesterday,
pictures
the
of Prayton,
Cockatrice is also in the Beastman roster in Total War Warhammer.
where you can
Finally!
look at some more pictures, and check out more information.
Okay,
And also
I'm pretty
sign up
happy
to the
about
newsletter
that.
as well, which is where you'll get all the
Beastmen
latest
have a lot of
information.
monsters.
You
Great.
can sign up to our social media, which is
Prayton's so
again, where you'll see
goofy
loads
looking
of
from the
pictures,
front. It is an ugly
Facebook,
model from the
YouTube,
front.
Instagram, and X.
But like the
Sign up
mouth,
there,
the mouth is
and,
just
get
like.
all the information straight to you.
Cool.
And
I'm very happy
also
the
this
Prayton is
weekend
back.
At Adepticon, we have other streams coming right here on Twitch. As well. So if you want to see the 140,000 Championship or the 140,000
Is the Jabberslite in
being streamed,
Forge
over
World?
the next 4
Resin?
days up until Sunday.
Because I
so
didn't.
do check them out right here on Twitch.
Yeah,
Thanks to
I
everyone
thought the
involved.
Jabberslite was a
on the
plastic
camera.
mini.
Those of you in the chat, not Lee, you're absolute legend. Thank you so much indeed, Alex, Ed. It's been a real pleasure. I think that's it, guys. I think we're signing out.
Am I crazy?
Thanks
I
so
thought
much
it
for
used to be
joining us, guys.
plastic.
See you next time. Cheers. Bye.
All right. So Age of Sigmar reveals were non-existent. If I was an Age of Sigmar person, I'd be like, oh, okay. There was nothing for AOS. I don't think they showed off anything that I would consider even remotely interesting. Old World though, holy shit. Holy shit. Actually, I'm gonna Jabberslite model. Nah, it looks like it was resin. I think it's always been resin. Okay. Yeah, it was Citadel Finecast. So if anything, going to Forge World resin is probably gonna make it better than it was. Alright, so yeah, Old World reveals. Absolutely goated. Like, holy sweet mother of God, the Grand Cathay reveal, easily the best part of the show. I do like that Wood Elves and Beastmen are just kind of getting released at the same time. I'm glad that they're not dragging it out and they're just like, here's your fucking stuff, go. But Grand Cathay, like, oh my God, dude, they're gorgeous. Like, this is by far the, like, Age of Sigmar quality range. This is the first time. I mean, the High Elf range has mostly held out okay. Like the High Elf range isn't awful because most of it was 8th edition, but like some of the models, like the High Elf archers, and like the High Elf spearmen, like you look at those and you're like, ugh. Like the Eagle Claw bolt thrower, the Great Eagles, like a lot of those models have not held up well. But like Cathay, dude, like god damn. All I could say, just goddamn. Cathay looks incredible. I could not be happier. Like this made the show for me. I'm a little surprised. I was kind of expecting Cathay to be announced in the summer. So this is a pleasant surprise for me. But anyway, yeah. What do y'all think? Thoughts? Kaz, have a good one, dude. Oh, the new member / sub GIF is broken? Is it really? somebody sub or member real fast so I can check to make sure the alert is working. Oh wait, I think I know why. Hold on, I know what's wrong with it. Never mind, don't do that. Sorry, I was trying to bribe you, or get you to bribe me. Don't worry, I know what's wrong with it. It has occurred to me that I did not update I'm pretty sure I did not update this link. Now it should work. Yeah, the only thing that I had heard about that I was really hopeful for is I had heard supposedly we were going to get Famir as part of the Beastman range, and as of the moment,
Another
there it is.
wretched foul lizard
Yeah,
thing
so it works now. Thank you,
joins
Lord
the
Gron.
Red Host.
Appreciate it.
Cursed Sotek
So I'm
spawn.
pretty sure. Yeah, so like the Famir, they might still show up, but we'll have to see. Really want to see Zalming and Monkey King? Well, you know, all things a good time. You know, this is GW never dumps out like a ton of shit at once. They always dump out a little bit to kind of test the waters. I suspect that Cathay is gonna sell like fucking hotcakes because it's fucking just amazing to look at. But we'll have to see. I know I'm gonna buy it. It's gonna be interesting because I would have sworn Grand Cathay was gonna be the opening army for 2nd edition. The fact that Grand Cathay just kind of seems to be just like popping out as a 1st edition army is very curious. It's curious. Yeah, I don't know why they put AOS in the show. Like AOS should not have been on the banner for the show because nothing they showed I thought was interesting. Like, I mean, these are nice. I think the Spearhead boxes are very cool, but I think this would have been perfectly fine to show in a Warhammer community article. This didn't need to be as part of the show. Like, I don't... That, you know, that's 100% Flesh Eater Court. I recognize that art. That is the Flesh Eater Court art. I recognize that piece. Yeah, it's like, they didn't really do anything for, like, they didn't even show, like, a new mini for, like, End of Deepkin or anything. Like, I don't know what the fuck. Article mentions Miao Ying's on an expedition. Wait, in the article or in the, like, the trailer? Yeah, so this, if you're talking about this sentence, oh yeah, no, yeah, you're right here. The eldest living daughter of the Dragon Emperor, the castle of the Great Bastion has guarded the northern provinces of Cathay against chaos incursions and marauding hobgoblins for many centuries. Yet with the threat mounting, she finds herself at the head of an expedition to a strange land. So I guess she's coming west? Which is a little weird. Yeah, I don't know what to make of that. I guess to kind of like introduce her into the 1st edition setup, because like we know there is an old world map for Grand Cathay. They've already showed it off. Have they updated the map? I really fucking doubt it. They don't update it that fast, dude. Like it takes them months to update the map. That is not something they do casually. Like, they did such a shitty job with this site, dude. I mean, look at this garbage. Like, you come on here, this is supposed to introduce the old world, and you come on here, and they have not updated this page at all since the start of the setting. Like, it still only shows the Tomb King starter box and the Bretonia starter box, and that's it. That is the only thing it shows off besides the map. Like, the map is the only interesting thing. Yeah, no, they're not gonna update. I would be willing to bet you money they're not gonna update this thing for at least another 2 to 3 months. Yeah, but I mean, like, you know, it's like we've got the Cathayan ship up here. So maybe Miao Ying is gonna show up in the Empire or something for some reason. I mean, I'm assuming it's because they want 1st edition to be focused on the old world specifically as they're kind of building up their narrative, but I have no idea what the fuck's going on with the narrative. Like there's a lot of stuff building right now, but they're not pulling a lot of triggers. So we'll just kind of have to see what happens. But overall, I'm pleased as a peach. Pleased as a peach. I would guess Cathay stuff is going to come out probably this summer, maybe like early summer. I do find it interesting that when they're talking about Miao Ying, the main focus of what she defends against is chaos incursions and marauding hobgoblins. So like the hobgoblins are still getting a lot of talk. What destruction army could they put in front of Cathay? What do you mean in front of? Oh, who's Cathay gonna fight? Who knows? Probably like Beastmen, I would guess, or Chaos. It's probably gonna be Beastmen or Warriors of Chaos. But Cathay will probably, I would guess Cathay stuff will start being released or go on pre-order in either like May or June. But we'll see. Overall, I'm quite pleased. I'm quite pleased. I think that the range looks I think that it looks super duper great, and it looks super cool, and I'm super happy. Everything else was meh, but this looks fantastic. Can't wait. I literally cannot wait. This is the fact that they're going to talk about the Sky Titans, like the Celestial Dragon Emperor introduced gunpowder to the fucking Sky Titans. Oh my god, dude. Yeah, it is weird looking at the thumbnail for the video. So we see on the thumbnail, it shows Shen Yang and 4 of his children. Yin Yin does not have a banner. So, of the dragon children, you have Li Dao, Zhao Ming, Miao Ying, and Yuan Bo. There is no Yin Yin on this banner. So either like they forgot her, which would be kind of hilarious, or something has happened to her or something. The snake thing in the middle, it's not a snake thing, it's just Shen Yang's dragon symbol, but it's a golden dragon, so it can't be Yin Yin. Because Yin Yin is like, Yin Yin is blue or turquoise or something. But Yin Yin is also like the least liked of her siblings by Dad, apparently. Well, either I don't know if I would say she's the least liked, but it's like between her and Zhao Ming. Her and Zhao Ming, one of them is the biggest disappointment to Dad. But that's not a banner. That's just part of Shen Yang's thing. That's not Yin Yin. That's like, these are 4 distinct banners. That's not a banner. It's just a shield. That's part of Shen Yang's symbol. So Yin Yin's not represented on this, which is weird. Maybe she girl failed so hard. She girl failed so hard that Dad was like, "No, you can't be on the banner." What the fuck is a Sky Titan? It's a long story. The TLDR is they're like the predecessors to the Giants. And they make the Giants look very small and sad. The Sky Titans were a primordial ancient race of incredibly intelligent, almost demigods that lived in the ancient giant lands, which was a big old mountain range next to Grand Cathay. Anyway, awesome. So I'm pleased as a peach. I mean, we could chat for a minute if anyone has kind of any like Q&A type questions or wants to ask anything. But I think I will probably go through this video later, or I'll ask Skeleton maybe, or Hammond, or not Hammond. I mean, unless Hammond wants to do it. I'll probably ask Skeleton or maybe Hawk or somebody to go through this video later and see if we can scrape out the part of me just reacting to Grand Cathay, and we can put that out as its own video. Yeah. That's all she wrote, man. So a couple of quick things to go over before, as we're kind of wrapping up. So what is coming up? Today is Wednesday. So the goal for tomorrow, So for tomorrow, the goal is... Oh, nothing, because I fucked my schedule up. So we'll do something tomorrow. I don't know what the fuck we're gonna do tomorrow. Are there any old world novels? There's one. There's one singular old world novel right now, which is Lords of the Lance by Graham McNeil. It's quite good. I like it a lot. It's got some minor errors, but nothing that I would say is like universe ending. It's like there's a Pegasus Knight that uses a bow, and the writer doesn't really explain why she does that. Which is like not perfect, but it's whatever. And also, he calls King Lewin Orcslayer. Graham accidentally calls him King Lewin Leonker, which is not correct. Those are two different individuals. Anyway, so big things are that on Friday, what are we doing on Friday? On Friday, well, yeah, I guess, I don't know. We'll be doing like Total War or Final Fantasy or something tomorrow and Friday. I do need to get started on my next achievement, which I think for me is the Empire. But Sunday, we are doing Skull Taker, assuming everything's working and fine and whatever. So assuming nothing breaks, we will do Skull Taker on Sunday. Uzul, the big bad bloodletter himself, we'll be doing a Lorebeard stream on him on Sunday. And then next Wednesday, oh boy, next Wednesday, oh boy, got no name. I don't know what the fuck you could possibly mean by that, dude. I don't understand what in any circumstance you could think Lords of the Lance is anything like Disney Star Wars. Those two are so not related. That is the most dumb fucking thing I've read today, and I've read some stupid shit today. Anyway, so Uzul Skull Taker stream on Sunday. Then next Wednesday, we are doing an April Fool's stream, or Fool's Day, to celebrate Renald, the god of thieves and luck. And it is called Warhammer Fantasy versus Warhammer 40,000 and why 40,000 will lose. And it's going to be fun. We are also having Pancreas No Work returning. So Pancreas No Work will be joining us once again. And it's going to be super fun. He's going to join us for the Dunking on 40K stream to lend some of his 40K credibility to the discussion. It's going to be a super dumb stream. It's going to be all kinds of spicy and wild and fun. It should be a really good time. I hope you all will enjoy it. It's going to be pretty memey. It's not intended to be serious, but I don't know. We'll see what happens. It should be a good time. We're gonna. I anticipate there will be some molding people in chat with the shit we're gonna be saying, but you know, 40K channels have been getting away with too much. They've been getting away with too much slander when they inevitably do their 40K invading the Warhammer world videos, and it's time to set the record straight. It's time to set the record straight. It's time to correct all the mistakes and make sure that people can see the truth. People will understand the reality of the situation, which is that 40K gets dunked on. But we'll see what happens. So hopefully you all join us for that. That'll be on the Lawhammer channels. But Uzul Skull Taker on Sunday will be on my channels. So where you are right now. And because British Standard or British time is finally getting caught up with daylight savings, it'll be at the normal time where it would have been. So it'll be at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time, 4 p.m. British Standard Time. Well, I guess it'd be Central Daylight Time and then British Daylight Time, which is obnoxious. But anyway, please take care. I don't think there's anything else we need to do right now. I mean, it's past 10 p.m. and I need to fiddle with some stuff around here. And take care of a couple of random things. So yeah. Thank you all very much for watching. I'm gonna find some places for us to raid because like we got through it. I still can't fucking believe, dude, that Cathay is like actually happening. Man, who would have thought, dude? Who would have thought that when Warhammer Fantasy blew up, like when the Warhammer world exploded so many years ago, and everything that we knew and loved came to an end. Like all of our favorite factions, our favorite setting, our favorite stories, when all of that came crashing down around us, and the thing that we deeply, deeply fell in love with, and everything that we knew and loved came to an end, that we would be here. That, like, not only would Warhammer Fantasy return, but it would return with us going to a place that was, like, impossible. It was impossible. If someone had come to me in, like, 2010 and said, hey, Sotek, they're gonna do Grand Cathay in 15 years, no. No. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Under any circumstances would I believe you. I'd be like, how dare you come into my home and lie to my face like that? How dare you, sir? But anywho, I could not be more pleased. They look absolutely fantastic, and I'm happy. Like, there's nothing else to say. I'm happy. So, I hope y'all had a good time. I'm gonna send y'all off so I can get back to doing some other stuff. Because I'm trying to fix all sorts of annoying problems here around the house. And, yeah, I'll see you when I see you, I guess. There they are. I'm figuring out where to send you guys. So, take care, my dudes. I'll see y'all next time. Tomorrow. Bye.